now.
Yeah,
Okay.
can we get like a little bit of a recap?
Yeah. No. Recap is
It's been a
important.
while.
So yeah. It's been a few weeks. So basically, what had happened was two things. One, Eddie decided to go through a magical portal to the wonderland
Yes.
of an old warehouse about 50 miles outside of town, where him and some dogs and some hostages were some very good friends. And he grabbed Samantha and ran out the door like a smart person and into the woods. Um, he learned some information talking to Samantha about what had happened and realized it was really bad in there, probably, and was waiting for further information of what to do. Meanwhile, the main group decided to charge to find Linda because of two things. One, um, Claire's sister is probably now one of the hostages, as evidenced by her pink backpack and sulfur dust and all that stuff. And the group decided to basically rally at the point where Linda was. A little bit of catch up. Zeppo, about the time you guys crossed the threshold to the exit, Zeppo came running down the hallway. His character came running down the hallway. Dean was behind you. Apparently, he has spent his entire time inside the school, in the bathroom, and then emerges to help you guys. You can ask about that story later. It's a whole thing. I'm sure you'll want to know, so I don't want to ruin it for you. What else? Oh yes, Linda, after being confronted and realizing that Claire was the person that had probably used magic on her and screwed her up good and proper, she shifted forms into Lady Hellfire, and she grew a big red fedora hat and big red dress, and flames like flickered from her hands, and a fog rolled in like cinematically, like green fog, and then there was howling and all sorts of crazy stuff. And basically, the last thing we left off on was Derek telling her that she wasn't going to beat him in that dress. And of course, that's going to probably initiate combat because that's really a sore spot for her. Oh yeah, her appearance also changed. Her face kind of lengthened a bit and like was more sharp, and she has like long flowing black hair, of course, because to go with her new look. And so Linda now calls herself Lady Hellfire and is outside. And fog is rolling in, and horrible dogs are probably in the distance. And we'll roll back a little bit because that was the recap. And I want to talk about XP gain. Yes, we're going to have XP gain. No, you can't spend it yet because there's a lot going on right now. Okay, there's just a lot. For people that were here, did we learn something new and important about the largest threat in the world? I'm thinking that's a yes.
Yeah, we
Uh,
went through like all the notebooks, right?
yeah. Did we save someone from the machinations of evil? You can thank Eddie.
Yes, yes, we did.
Yes. Okay. Did we learn something new and important about a magical hero? Yeah, there was like a dozen transformations this time. Okay, so it's good. I will take. Everyone will get two, and you'll also get for any failures. Eddie got two failures last time.
Oh,
So
I thought I had three.
in the experience, yeah. So you get a total of four because of the two, unless you already wrote them, and you know what I mean. Like, did you already write the experience in for those failures or no?
Yeah, I had three failures that I recorded.
No, that's fine. That's
Um,
fine. Then just take the two with everybody else then. Unless
sure.
so, two plus failures.
I don't remember. Now I need to remember how many failures I
Yeah, I
had.
didn't check everybody's failures because I was busy
down.
trying to plot. But try to remember.
Oh, I was also on my work computer. Shit, let me get my work laptop. Oh, this is a problem with having too many devices.
I I understand that completely.
Now, one other thing I want to clear up. It looks like, well, as far as I know, people wanted to show up at the door transformed because they knew Linda was out there. I don't think they want to show up as themselves. I just want to do a quick check to make sure that nobody wanted to like wander out as them. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I've transformed already.
Okay.
I transformed
Before you
per
got
our
there.
discussion. Yeah, before per our discussion earlier,
Okay.
I transformed before I even left the bathroom.
Okay.
What's your transformation?
Oh yeah, we could describe that. You're walking up on the group, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you see this person approaching the gymnasium, and he's wearing. Hello.
No, you're approaching
Can
the
you hear
back exit, but it's in the
Oh,
gym.
okay. So you see this person approaching, wearing like these really gaudy colored polyester disco clothes with ruffled frills. I'm also wearing this ornate gold mask with this long ivory beak and a plume of burning red feathers.
Whoa.
You sound like an Eyes Wide Shut.
And I approach like with this strut like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, it is totally legitimate by the rules, so yeah, all right. How about
Wait, so you're dancing down the hallway? Is that...
stay alive, stay
Are you doing jazz hands while you're walking? Like,
I'm getting this right. It's Saturday Night Fever Masquerade.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Martin Draw, like on a bad, like crazy trip.
All right, got it.
Okay. Viola.
Viola.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just have like probably a bunch of like sparkles and stuff like that. Like
Okay.
pretty sparkles, multicolored pinks, baby blues,
Okay.
and stuff. And
So but your appearance, like your physical appearance.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm transforming.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay,
Oh, I
probably-
see. I see. You're building into the
Yeah.
transformation. Okay.
I'm
So
probably
sparkles.
doing like a twirl. And then a staff will appear in my hands, and I'll grow fairy wings. My hair will get longer, and yeah, my outfit will change. Very Sailor Moon-esque transformation
Got you.
here.
Got you.
And my appearance, I've showed a picture before, but she is like a fairy elf.
Nice. It's good coming for
Yeah.
this group. So between the two of you, that really brightens up everything. So
It's okay. I'll darken up the place.
you're already really angry, so you're already darkening up the place.
Can
So
I add an image in here?
you could do that, or you could paste it to the Facebook chat. The only one then I can repaste it to Discord or whatever. That is up to you. I don't know if you can paste an image straight into chat though.
Let me see.
I tried that once before, and it went stupid on me.
Anyone stupid?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, there you go.
Maybe you can. Maybe
Hey,
just me.
You see,
Wow.
nice.
They rip off.
Oh, I love those
that's
boots.
pretty.
Yeah.
Oh god, why is it? Okay, it was like expanding. All right, so there you
First,
go.
at first when it was small, I thought it was like X-rated. Like you just had like sleeves and pants on, and then the rest is just yeah.
it's been
Sorry.
a
Then I
while.
flew it up, and I was like, oh, okay. There's a dress there. All right, cool.
It's been a
No.
while. Do you remember what my transformation was, or did I not give it a description?
You gave a vague description. It sounded very dark and malicious, from what I remember. Something about swirling darkness, but other than that, I can't remember a lot of details, to be honest.
Okay. Well. In that case, I guess I can finish describing her then if you want. Make it just to remind people what I said, or I guess what I now think it is. Does that
Okay, sounds good. Transformations are going to be flexible. People are going to get new powers. Transformations in series change, costumes change. It's fine.
Okay, then if that's the case, then. All right,
Consistency,
I guess she transformed as soon as we right after Lady Hellfire.
Yep.
What you see is like she touches her earring and it glows like a dark, eerie, like green and swirling darkness kind of swirls around her. You see like her entire form like gets encased in shadows, but then you see eyes open up, more than two, all like green, and what it was like kind of like snake looking kind of eyes. You see spider legs come out, and
oh my god.
you see like a
Technically, as long as
you
they're
see
not-
it, you see like covering her as a
Ready for the
like a dark robe. All you can see, you can't really see her face other than the eyes.
Wow.
Holding out her hand is sharp hand-like claws.
We're the
That's
good
good.
guys.
We're the good guys.
I'm the good guy. I'm the good guy for me.
I'm not sure
know.
if
I get an
if-
actual
oh.
picture
You're not
later.
getting- sorry, you're not
I
getting. any
couldn't find
speed
anything
bonuses for
decent
your
enough.
legs. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No speed bonus for
Yeah, no,
her
no,
legs,
you're
what
not
you
getting
said.
speed bonuses for your legs or damage for your claws. They're thematic.
This is all thematic. She
Not unless you buy them. Like you literally would have to buy them with points if you wanted.
yeah.
Oh, Claire, your transformation is so pretty.
Wow.
Thank you. She means it, by the way.
Right. So now that everybody's transformed and in a group, except for Eddie, sorry, we should talk about combat because that is what we're about to get into. So let's form some sort of line because combat can only be held in lines. That's the only way it works. So we try to come up with a good system for this because initiative is kind of non-existent. So everyone's going to roll 2d6 and just tell me their number. If you end up being the same number as someone, then we'll just roll them off. We'll figure, or you guys can just decide who goes first in that case. Either way.
4.
Whatever. So let's go.
I'm not there, so I think I should go last. I mean, I'm
You're-
not quite there yet.
If you want to be last, that's fine. You can choose to be last.
Oh,
I think it's fair.
All right. Claire was 7. Who's next?
No, Viola is
I'm
7.
sorry.
I said if I was 4.
Viola.
Claire is 4.
Claire
I got a 6.
and
I also got a 7,
Claire.
and if she wants to, she can go
I should
first.
probably have slowed that down. Claire was 4, and then
You got 2. What was all that typing you just did?
recorrecting names when I was typing.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me look back at the meeting thing. Okay. Amos was 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then who else we missing? Amos, Claire, Viola,
Derek
Zeppelin,
Derek is also 7,
Derek.
and we'll kindly let the ladies go first, or the
Derek
particular
is
lady.
7. Claire is 4. And then okay. And that looks like we just
Dean?
and Dean. Dean wanted to go last. Whatever
Because that makes sense.
Okay. So first up then is Viola.
You probably want to put that in like.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna rearrange it.
I'm first.
Yup.
Oh, let me see.
You might wanna look at the moves for things to do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me see the book.
I have it tabbed
Oh,
off.
I have a question. Sorry to.
Sure.
Does my creature go at the same time as me?
Moves at the same time as you. That is correct.
All right.
I did think about that, and I'm like, you're kind of just giving it orders, but you're able to attack at the same round because he's a separate thing. So.
All right. Also, so everyone knows my wait, what do I call it? My telekinesis is still on, so everyone can freely communicate with one another.
Telepathy.
So Eddie-
Telekinesis.
Sorry,
Is lifting objects.
Yeah. I was
No,
just
it's
trying
fine.
to see it in my head. So Eddie can communicate with us. Not that we can do anything about it, but that way we can, if there's things that are happening that will key us into other things, that will, we'll know. But also everyone can communicate no matter where they are in the gym without actually having to speak.
Yeah. We're assuming that everyone is telephoning at this point, is where we're
Yeah.
going. Everybody's on the
Yeah.
telephone line.
Yep, and also, so I assume that I can tell my monster what to do and whatnot.
Yeah, he's yours. You wouldn't even need to
Yep.
use your telepathy. You could just sort of will it, you know?
Yes.
There's like a million basic moves in here.
No, they're not. There's like
What's all this stuff?
So let's see. Let me do also a smaller version of that chart, which I'll show you in a second. No, not that. Don't look at my screen yet. Where is it? Oh. So all you really need are these, which is like the basic moves. So, for example, like this, where it's kind of decide. This is like the really like they got all that is just a lot of paragraph there, but like the moves are like really just kind of these. Um, so this is clash, which is the attack kind of skill. Then there's vigilant. Well, you can see it on the screen. I can send this.
Can
to
you also use thwart peril as an attack?
Thwart peril is when something's coming at you. You're
Okay,
trying to not get hit by something.
Okay, so it's kind of like a fight back in a sense.
Yeah, usually when it's some other resisting an immediate thing. So, for example, I don't know, suddenly something falls on you from a great height. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to get it not hit by the rock. You know?
Okay, but like say I were to just be defending. Like I'm just defending instead of attacking. I'm going to defend, and if the enemy comes at me, could I use thwart peril as a reaction?
No. So there's
Okay.
two things going on. One, with Clash, you guys are dealing damage to each other, and you can spend points to defend yourself from harm, and then you're taking less damage. The other thing you can do is there are ways to protect someone, and then protecting someone will give them defense, basically. You're taking the damage for them, or you're having the damage to that target. That is a thing, but there's no like stand ready. You know what I mean? Like either things hit or they don't. Save for the villains. Villains don't have active attack. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're responsive. Therefore, a defense mechanism like that wouldn't work in this game. Because you'd be like, I'm defending. Great, but I'm getting no feedback loop. So I can't do anything. You know what I mean? I could eventually.
Where are we exactly?
You are out in the back of a grassy kind of garden area behind the school building. You're between the main building and the end of the main building and the beginning of the gym annex in the distance.
Okay, and where is this Linda monster?
I will Linda monster. Linda monster. Let me go to that. Linda monster is here. Now I can share the screen later for everybody, but Linda is out here.
Oh, Lady Hellfire.
Lady Hellfire. And you are kind of behind Claire, which makes sense that you saw her spider transformation. We're like, that's cool. So you're kind of over here. And Dean is at the very back coming in.
I'm looking at my moves here.
Okay. Let's see now. What did I do? I just keep it on that screen, I think. Share just this tab. Wait, am I sharing my screen right now? Cool.
Are you?
I don't know.
No.
Oh,
I don't see it.
Okay, you don't see all my
No.
notes. That would be really terrible. Ruin some of the surprise. Sharing just that. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm taking like forever here.
No, it's fine. It's literally the first combat, and of course,
Yeah.
everything takes a little while.
This is a little different than what I'm used to, so.
The almost every physical combat is Clash. When you use like an ability, it's specific to that ability usually.
Okay.
The easier for everyone else, if you can find the there's a section, you know, like the abridged move stuff. It might be good just to look ahead at those, just so that you kind of have an idea of what to do. You know.
Are there other students in the gymnasium?
There is almost nobody at the school at this point because it is getting towards the end of the day / night. The only reason you guys came back is she was in the weight room, the last person that was grabbed. But they were like after school, like trying to get into the last few reps before it closed. So like it's getting pretty late.
Okay.
It's a long time to be in the bathroom. Just putting that out there.
And there's a, you know what? There we go. During this short break, even though it kind of is no, that can make sense. Dean, did you want to tell people what you've been up to?
Hey guys, you're not you're wait what's going on in here? Hey, you're not gonna believe what I there were some I was in the bathroom and there were these boys and I mean it's crazy they readjusted their faces, they pulled their faces off because they were too warm. They were uncomfortable, so they took their faces off and they were like these green lizards or reptiles underneath. And they were talking about like all this crazy stuff, like they're collecting things, they're gathering things, like they're opening a portal, like they hope to be able to open it by the end of the month.
Oh.
What's going on here?
What's going on?
So,
Care of a problem.
so Linda has also been opening portals and kidnapping people, and she's just transformed, and we're about to try to kick her butt. So I guess we'll have to deal with lizard people another time. Good,
Lizard people.
good intel. Though.
I mean,
good intel,
yeah.
Dean. That's awesome that
Yeah.
we have other problems.
yeah.
But
Well,
at least we know about them.
we
I want to do the
we got-
together.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I think if we work together, we
So-
can handle them though.
Yeah,
I think we can.
So it's whatever stat you want to give
yeah, I
them.
know. So I'm not sure what people are good at and what other people are good at.
Fair. Okay.
Is
well,
someone a fighter character?
Nope.
Well, someone be
About that.
attacking.
and I built my character thinking I was doing it right, and I did it wrong.
All right. Well,
Anyone
hey,
feel a
look,
physical
let's get this party started.
we're trying.
And he Dean from the back of the room shouts, "Shazam!"
Wait.
Hey, he likes to read comics.
Okay. So
And hold on 1 second. Let me bring up my character sheet. I want to
there's an
I want to roll for my mystical move.
hold on. Viola needs to do her thing
Oh.
first, and we're going.
Oh
out
yeah,
in
I'm
order.
sorry.
Haven't
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
Remember,
I'm
you tried to
excited.
go last.
I'm excited.
So you want to do?
Yeah, okay.
You want to do a mystical
Sorry.
attack,
No, it's Dean.
Dean?
Yeah, I was. Well,
Yeah.
I can wait my turn.
No. What she's asking is she wants to apply a bonus to people, and she wants to know what people are, who are attacking, and what their bonuses are. That's what she's trying. She's trying to get a kind of a feel out for the group. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I want to. So we can because of David's character, we can communicate with each other.
Right. You're in the moment communicating, even though.
Oh wait, sorry. This
I-
is based on mine, not even on theirs. I just realized that.
But
What's that?
Okay, I want to do the mystical one.
all right, you're gonna do the
Because
mystic.
it's my roll plus my mystical.
Sure.
Okay, I am going to cast a spell on them to give them unnatural guidance.
All right, that sounds useful.
Supernatural intervention. Okay. I'll roll the 2d6.
So you're doing like buffer support stuff right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what
There we
Where's
go.
that quick reference link? Did anyone have that?
Yeah, here we go. I asked people if they wanted it. I'll put it back in the chat again.
I thought I had it.
Oh shit.
That's like,
I rolled a 5.
we'll get to that in a
That's
sec.
including my +2.
Let me get that.
So you're
file.
actively
Wow.
sabotaging the team. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, she buffed. It did not work.
No.
Who was the target for your buff?
Oh, hold on. Is this our status for the person?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm cooperative, right?
Yeah, you're like cooperative
Okay.
with everybody.
Your actions put you both in danger.
Fantastic.
You lose 1 from your power pool,
You don't have anything.
and your relationship is broken.
Oh,
Wow.
Sorry, Dean.
Wait.
That's fucked up.
Wow. Yeah, my relationship is broken. Well, I mean,
So
most
basically,
things about my character's broken, so that's not a bad thing. It's not good either, but
Dumb.
Hold on.
he's come to accept that.
Oh no, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
I dropped it back into the Facebook chat. I'm gonna press enter and all that stuff. Hold on. There we go. The reference sheet is back.
Cool.
And so if you look in the chat in Facebook, you'll see the nice little reference sheet that'll make things easier on us. All right. So what you guys see is Viola raises her staff into the air and does a mighty, what she thought was a buff, but really I think she just cursed Dean somehow.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I broke our relationship. That's how bad it went.
Dean, you feel kind of physically ill a bit. You're not actually injured.
This is a really great start to the battle.
Real not. It's going great.
Yeah, guys, I don't feel too good. I think I might be having a allergic reaction to these clothes.
Nice. All right, that's the first action. Let's go. Let's try to move along. Let's see. Derek is next. What do you want to do?
I am going to. I'm actually trying to figure out. Cause I could have sworn that I read something.
Failure because you got an XP. There you go.
Does that happen this time or next time?
No, you get the XP pretty much the moment you fail because it just calculates. You're not gonna be able to spend it yet anyway. All right, go ahead.
XP did we get for last time? I think I missed when you said that.
You got 2, unless you did any failures. Which
right.
I don't.
Okay. I think I did. I actually think I do have 1.
That's fine. You can take 3 if you without extra point. Ray of sunshine. Back to Derek. What are we doing?
So again, when I built my character, I thought that my attack had to do with my persona, but it does not. And so then I took I took 2 different new moves, one of which I thought was fixing my problem, making I bought magical assistance. Which reads, well, whenever you must thwart peril, you can I basically can use mystical instead of physical. But I thought that was gonna fix my problem.
Peril, right?
And that doesn't. I'm also trying to read some stuff that I had read at the point that says that it seems like you can use it in battle, but this is a Reddit, so it probably doesn't really apply. So anyway, so I am going to still move forward on attacking her, but before I do that, I'm going to arm myself with a wish. So my wish, I can summon a simple common item that can fit into your hand from somewhere, and you don't know where it came from. So I'm going.
Is it a roll for the wish, or is it just a straight?
There is. Yep. Okay. There's a roll.
You're gonna fail. It's gonna be hilarious.
So I am going to. So first off, you said that we're outside, or we're still in the gym?
Outside.
Okay. Are there objects around? So one of the things, and I'm not going to do this right now, but I figured I might as well just ask. One of the things I can do as a wish is I can lift or move any object. I'm assuming with my mind.
Garden implements. Do you want to hit her with a rake? That might be funny.
So it says that I can lift or move any object up to 5 pounds. I'm assuming that that's like I can move it with my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that I kind of like in D&D, you can use the spell catapult and like throw objects at opponents. So I might do that at some point, but right now I'm going to try to summon a knife into my hand.
Okay, go for it. Summon that knife.
That would be
I have a question. Are we allowed to aid people, or is this individual combat?
You have to kind of do what she tried to do, which was buff them beforehand, basically.
So can I?
He's using his wish to get a shank. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
So I rolled an 8, and I know I add a 2 to that, so that is a 10. So I will tell you what that does. On a 10, okay. You can make
Well-
an alter reality check with mystical on a 10. Hold. Oh, so actually I can do two things. So I can summon the knife into my hand, and then I
I
can
have
do.
I have a question before you decide to use that. So you could have a knife, or you could spend one of that hold to make it a really sharp knife. That is your decision. I'm just
Okay. So I know I explained what I looked like last time, but I'll explain it again. I basically look like a vampire. I have like a black cloak. My hair is white and kind of just like floating around. Skin is pale. Still look like Derek, but just pale and a little bit more gaunt. Fangs and just kind of like like a shadow around me. And so instead of just having like a regular kitchen knife, I'm going to have a pretty basic but very sharp, kind of badass looking dagger. I think that would go really well with my motif, even though I have -1 physical and probably suck at fighting.
okay.
So I will do that.
All right. So you're using 2 to have a really nice knife.
Yes,
Okay.
that works.
So that
I
is
appreciate that.
That is a 2 harm weapon. So if you have a -1 to your strength, -1 to your strength, when you roll, you're going to have that as extra damage. Basically, you're gonna get damage at the end. So you're still making a roll to hit, but at least when you hit, you'll actually do that as damage plus whatever your other damage would be. Normally, your damage is nothing. You can't hit people for negative, but you'd be 0 basically.
Okay, so when I roll physical, I'm still going to say I roll a 10. I'm still going to be basically getting a 9.
Yeah, your weapon doesn't make you better at using your weapon. That doesn't work like that.
Yep, but I do some damage. They'll do some damage back to me, and then I can do the other thing that I do. Cool. And so can I also move after I do my wish, or is it just like one thing at a time?
We should probably do one thing at a time, just so it doesn't get like too crazy. But let's just say that you put your hands together and you summon this object. I think that's pretty dramatic,
Cool. I'm also going to have my monster who is standing behind her. I don't know if she knows that he's standing behind her or it is standing behind her. But I'm going to have my monster attack her as well.
All right, you're still rolling for your monster though. He has a 1 physical.
Sure.
He's actually stronger than you, which is
he is. Yeah, it worked out really well. And I rolled a 9, so that's 10.
Can you remind me at least what this whole monster thing is?
My monster, I have I bought 2 abilities, the magical assistance, and I also bought an undead minion. So I have an undead minion that I summoned and is standing right behind her, and is attacking her right now.
And we still are the good guys, right?
Yes, apparently.
Okay.
It feels good. I can sing a song about it.
What are you choosing for your extra effect? Because there's a list of them. Or you could choose for it to take less harm, because she'll probably punch back or whatever.
Yeah, so he can do, or it can do 1 harm to her, and then avoid getting any harm from her.
Does it say? It doesn't say getting any harm. It says suffer less 1 harm.
Okay. So because it's only got 3 hit points, so yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So she gets punched in the back because she didn't see it coming. So that's fine because you summoned an undead minion kind of behind her while she was busy.
Yep.
So that's everybody sneak attacks her.
Oh, let me ask you this. Well, hold on. Before you do it, is she holding a weapon?
No, but her fingertips and stuff are a light.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
So she gets basically punched in the back. She turns around and grabs the skeleton thing behind her, I assume, because she deals damage back. And he takes 1 burning. He gets 1 less because of the buff you gave him, but he is on fire.
So she did 2 damage, and but it ended up reducing to 1.
Right. So he loses. Your skeleton guy loses a health, basically.
Cool.
Is what
So he's at 2.
Yep.
Perfect.
He is on fire. So he's easier to see.
Right on. Right on. That works for me.
Okay.
I've seen that movie. It's with Nicolas Cage, right?
He's on fire. All right. Down the line. Let's see now. Dead and dead. Amos.
Right. So, being the superior analytical mind that I am, of course, I will not.
Always transform and your head's just really big.
I will not be engaging in these fisticuffs, you know, and instead, hold on, rule book. Damn it! Okay, I thought I had it open. Sorry. So I'm actually gonna be vigilant and analyze this dangerous situation.
A tactical move.
And hold on, let me see if I can actually have if any of my skills have buffs to that, because I am a very analytical person. Pensive, glimpse of truth, perfect. Where you can share play roll plus one on the tonality. Let's see what there. I can cause chaos within the system. Awesome. Stroke of shit. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna just analyze the situation.
Okay, that's being vigilant, right? That's what you're doing.
Yes. I'm gonna
All right,
roll it. I got a 11, which with +2 mental, I can hold 3. Which lets me
on the list.
You can, if you act on an answer, you gain +1 ongoing as long as information is relevant. What is a +1 ongoing?
If there's relevant information that relates to the topic you were researching, you get a +1 to the roll.
No, okay, so I can ask you. Basically, I can ask you questions, right?
You can ask questions for sure.
Well, there's I'm saying in the reference, there's 6 questions I can ask. What is the monster's? What seems to be the monster's weakness?
So, excuse me, the monster's weakness. Pride. She is a walking, talking ball of pride. If anything, to say that she has a weakness, she might have magical powers. She might be able to summon minions, but she certainly is vain as hell. So maybe you could use that against her.
So I get this is not a question. This is just kind of I'm just talking. I when she was all into clothing and stuff. She's really vain and proud.
Yeah, she's proud of herself or of her accomplishments. I would say, and also, no study, she is just enraged, and so she's probably easy to coax into a corner. You know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha. What is my best way in?
To where?
Into acting on her being proud.
I think that's meant for going into places.
is that too much of a stretch?
It is a bit.
Okay.
If you're higher, you can ask one that's not on the list, by the way. I don't know if you got 12 or higher.
Actually, wait. I think I have a PowerPoint from last time.
You spend it out.
Apparently I did not save that, but I'm pretty sure I had a PowerPoint. I think one of my rolls gives me PowerPoints if I roll well. So I think I have a PowerPoint.
All right, I'll let you have it. Sure, go ahead.
Sure. So let's say I use a PowerPoint, and I can ask, Well,
You're asking literally me, and I have to answer you honestly.
wait, hold on. I don't know if that's fair because I already asked you a question, so I don't know if that's. I don't know if we want to retroactively do that.
Okay.
It's up to you.
So we'll just do it as another question. You had 3, so you actually have only used 1 question.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just ask that.
What, like to see if how can I exploit her weakness?
How
What's
can
the
you're
what's
looking
the
how to exploit her weakness?
No, well, I'm saying if am I just asking on the list or off the list?
You off the list. It's fine.
Off the list. Well, I'm saying I guess a question that you should be able to answer. What? How do I almost what's the most vulnerable to me? I guess how do I exploit her weakness?
You put her into a situation where she will act foolishly because of her own pride.
Right. Okay.
Last question, and we're moving on.
Yeah. No, sorry. I only had the 1 question in mind when I rolled, but I have 3, so now I have to think of 1 more. Are there any dangers that I haven't noticed?
Yes. You did hear howling in the distance, but the thing that bothered you more was not necessarily the howling in the distance, but like the fact that it was not only from the front but also from the back.
Okay, guys, I think I heard something behind us. I announced to the group. So be vigilant. Hey, that's the name of the skill I'm using. And okay, so do I get to actually act on this information now, or does it mean I have to hold until my next roll?
You literally were just analyzing. You were standing there in the middle of combat analyzing.
And by the way, my head is fucking huge.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay, yeah, that's my turn. Sure.
All right. Well, good news because you now know that there's stuff in the fog. I will do a couple of fun things.
Heard that, guys? I've analyzed the situation. I'm pretty sure there's something that's might potentially backstab us, so be vigilant.
So your head is huge.
Okay.
No, sorry. Nope.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say
great observation.
I was gonna make a really dirty joke, but I'm not gonna make it. No whole.
Well,
they have to spawn.
My friends.
Okay, now I know it's only been literally like a round of combat, but I'm going to cut back to Eddie real quick because it makes sense. Eddie, I assume that like you were gonna go back and try to get other people out, right? That was where we were going with this.
Yeah, Ed was in a moment of indecisiveness, but I think that they determined that it was worth doing.
Okay. I assume you just kind of like when you realized she was safe, you kind of left her in the woods, and then you went back to the factory. You're probably looking for a time where it was clear enough for you to go back in, right?
When it was clear enough.
Yeah, because you said you wanted to go back for people because you felt that they were something like they were still there or whatever.
Yeah, so Ed was really just trying to calm Samantha, right?
Right.
Samantha down so that she wouldn't just run off and get like injured or something in the woods.
Okay. No, I'm just
And
curious whether or not you were reapproaching the factory or not. That's all I was asking.
yeah, I think Ed will do that.
Okay. So after
But
she's
he would transform
Yeah.
he would transform as soon as he was out of Samantha's field of view.
Okay. You transform, you appear back near the factory, I assume, and it sounds like some of the barking has died down. 500. Okay. So it sounds like some of the noises died down in there.
All right. Ed will like use his powers to very quickly and hopefully sneakily dart up to some of the entrances. Are there windows? Are there like some
Yeah, it's a
some way to
factory
see
setting. So
inside?
big open bay kind of windows, and then there's the door that you came in and out of.
All right. Ed would peek up to one of those windows just to see if he could see any stray dogs or torture implements or something.
It seems like somebody blew the dog whistle, and it is very empty in here.
I see. Okay, so there's no dogs.
There is none.
Not a fluffy sulfur. Okay.
Not a single puppy in here. No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Ed will approach cautiously to try to get back to where the hostages were.
Okay, we're gonna pause there. So what happens is there's two simultaneous things. One is you analyze the situation, go, guys, we're not alone. And two, another person comes because you're all mentally connected. There's no dogs here. It's the other message you get.
Oh, right. So I guess my mental everyone kind of can share the results of my
Right.
mental
Everybody's
analysis.
sharing the same analysis.
Right.
So if you know that there's something wrong and you tell everybody, and then it's pretty much simultaneous of Eddie being like, well, I should probably go check on that building. And then he looks inside and goes, oh, there's nothing in here. So yeah, there be dogs. Alrighty. I'm not gonna do that. She was doing other stuff. Dean. I almost forgot about you.
Yo.
What are you doing, Dean?
So describe this feeling. So I was basically cursed, and I felt like not well. Am I still experiencing that, or
you feel like it's not going to affect your combat, but you feel like that buff did not help. There was nothing helpful in that.
okay? All right. All right. Oh, shake it off. Shake it off. Okay. Okay. All right. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power.
Oh my god. What is he doing?
I am going to roll. Let me look at my character sheet. I'm going to roll for my mystical moves, which is Flaming Sword.
He saves the day.
You actually have a flaming sword?
Yeah, you give us
That's
the
pretty
list.
badass.
I rolled a 12.
So behind everyone, like a large flaming sword appears in a very dramatic fashion. Well, at least someone came armed, right? Well, you got a shank.
We have one frontline fighter, which is nice. Good job, Dean.
Hey, wait a sec. I'm glad this is recording because you said something positive about my character.
I know, right? He kind of came in and
I can go back. I can listen to it. I can
take it back.
Make it my ringtone.
That's why I didn't use your name.
Unfortunately, that's pretty much your whole action is summoning the power of Grayskull. So,
okay, that's fine.
All right, back to the top with Viola.
Okay.
The current situation as presented by people's mental connection. There are dogs behind you and there are dogs coming from in front of you, but they seem to be at a distance.
Okay. We got a lot of puppies.
A lot of puppies. And a lady who can shoot fire from her fingertips. But apparently she has to be close range with you. Oh yeah, and that green smog shit is starting to get closer, but I'm sure that's not a problem.
Can I try touch their heart on a dog?
Well, you know the dogs are behind you, but you can't, from the angle you're at, you can't see them. You know that they're coming from behind the building, but you're not like in a visual range.
Okay.
You could try doing it to her if you wanted to.
I don't think I want to right now.
You think that she deserves more more problems? Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, the whole time it's like she's yelling like obscenities and things, but she's basically saying things like, "Oh, you're all monsters. Anyone who sides with monsters is also monsters. I hope you all burn." Basically, things like that. Villain speak.
Wait. Thought we were the good guys.
Like half and half. It's a half and half good guys thing.
Right.
Yeah. Good guys, a couple of like anti-heroes. Hello?
No, we're
Hello?
Okay, let's get real quiet. I don't know.
I thought I lost
So
connection.
weird.
Yeah.
It's more like you kind of have to just kind of decide what style of combat you want to go with, and then just look at the page number and be like, okay, this is what I'm planning on doing.
Oh, wait, sorry. I actually have the skill One World. Your affinity to life helps you understand the connections between all living things. You only break your relationships if you roll a 4 or lower during the week can do this action.
That's fine. He's just
So
sick.
actually, I
he
got
didn't-
5,
didn't
so
break your
I did
connection
not
with-
break my connection.
So there you go. Cooperative to the
Okay, I
end.
didn't realize that.
Friendship saved.
Okay.
You. Oh,
There's
we're
really
all
only
nervous.
one like physical combat move, which is clash, and then the rest is kind of defensive / buffing.
Yeah, I'm not really too much into like the attacking thing, so I guess I'm gonna do we can do this together again.
Oh, good.
That went so well.
Hey.
Who are you doing it?
Yeah, I'll try it on Claire left. I can try Claire anyways, right? Even
Yeah,
though she
Claire's
left?
even though Claire's left at this point, you can try it on her.
Okay.
Wait, well, could you try it on me and buff my physical?
Oh, he wants to go up past the negative.
Or maybe the guy with the flaming sword.
What's the guy with the flaming sword? But you
Just try.
I will say if
Oh,
you
she
do it
already
on
did the.
T again, it's at -1 because you've already fucked it up
Oh,
once. You know?
Okay, I'll try it on Derek then.
Okay. I feel like it should be a -1 if you're trying on the same dude. It's like I will
Yeah,
fuck you again.
Let's hope this goes better this time.
Oh boy.
9. Okay, you give your target +1 to their next roll, but you put yourself in danger.
Oh, if they fail.
What do you mean?
Okay,
if
so if my
it doesn't say
So-
if they
so-
fail, it just says you put yourself.
But you
in
put yourself
danger.
in danger, right? So if anything happens to them, it can also happen to you, basically. Like for instance, when we had the thing where we were doing the homework, and then there was a note, and then both people got in trouble. That was kind of how it works. So the
Oh, okay.
+1 to a roll. So I'm assuming.
Okay, so Derek gets +1 to his roll.
Hey, and now it's Derek's turn.
hey,
That's convenient.
hey. Okay, so if I am going to attack even with range, am I still rolling physical?
Are you throwing a knife at her?
I was going to use my I mean, if I so basically I'm gonna throw the knife and then be able to wish it back into my hand either this turn or at the end of next turn.
Okay, I have to make a. I have to make a ruling on this because technically there's no ruling on this. I will say that when you're using your mind to throw the dagger, you're using mental because you're not grabbing it with your hands, you're shooting it with your mind. I know that might be a bad call because the damage might be higher, but let's see how it goes.
Well, would it be wouldn't it be mystical because it's part of my mystical?
That's what I mean. Sorry, mystical. What I mean is you're
Okay.
using magical powers. You're not throwing it at them. You're like lifting it with your mind.
Sure. But I do have the +1, right?
Yes,
From her.
To the roll. Yes, not to damage, to the roll.
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah, I'm gonna use the. I'm basically going to catapult the knife out of my hand at her. Will I be able to then get it back, or do I have to get it back on the next turn?
it's not a boomerang is a skill. You have to actually use your ability to wish it back to you.
Well, let's say this. Let's say this. If I get above a 10 again, where I have the 2, I can throw it and bring it back. And if I get below that, I can only throw it.
And if you get really bad, you just, I don't know, the knife goes out somewhere.
Sure.
All right, go for it. Try to get like enough so it actually comes back to you.
Yeah. So I have a 2 to mystical, and then the +1 that she just gave me. So
yeah,
I feel reasonably confident about this.
3 is about as high as you can go anyway, so that's good.
So I rolled a 7, and that makes it a 10.
Okay. So you gather up mystical energy and you shank her at distance. It goes out.
Yep. Well, the way I'm thinking it is it flies at her. She's turned to the minion behind her, and it just like it goes across her side, but it leaves a pretty nasty gash across like right close, like maybe close to her kidney, so it can then swoop back around and come back to me.
Okay, so first there's the thing about Clash, right? So let's see. I'm doing it as a Clash action because you're doing combat. So
sure.
It's you roll a 10, right? That was
Mm-hmm.
that was 10. Okay.
Yep.
So if we're doing it as Clash, on a 10, you get 1 extra effect. Do you wish to inflict more harm? Do you wish to suffer less harm? Just
that was the thing, because it's because I'm far away. Since I rolled a 10, it's a hit, so it's just 1 harm, and then I can or 2 harm because of the dagger itself, and then I can bring it back to myself. I can't inflict extra damage and then not bring it back to myself.
Okay, so you're using it to bring it back.
Yes.
For the extra effect. Okay.
Yeah. Unless she has a ranged attack as well. I mean, if or if you want to make it so that when it comes back to me, the knife hits me, then
I even though technically, like by rules, I could deal damage to you. It doesn't make sense in this context. So what happens is your knife flies out and stabs her, and then flies back.
Yep.
You're gonna deal. So the damage of the knife, I already said it was a sharp knife, so it was 2. Yep. And then you didn't do anything to make the damage higher, right? No.
No, because again, I had to bring the knife back to myself.
Just stab.
Or else I'd have to on my next turn I'd have to call the knife back to myself, and so it would be kind of pointless.
So that's pretty brutal. Save. All right. Well, that was messed up.
And then I'm gonna have my creature attack her again.
Oh yeah, right. So do the roll. That's a physical clash, so that's easy. Just do that.
So that I rolled an 11, so that's a 12.
Okay, so you can choose the effects on there, same as regular combat.
So choose to enhance effects instead. All magical heroes get a +1 forward. Is that a +1? Like it says forward, like for the rest of the combat.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really powerful. But there's also things like suffer no damage and deal double damage and stuff like that. Or you can just make her run away.
No, I'm gonna make it so that. Let me ask you this: if the skeleton goes down, is that it? Like I can't summon another skeleton, or do I have to like wait some period of time? Like it doesn't really tell me.
There's gonna be a waiting period. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna like just suddenly be like, oh, there's another one.
Okay, no. I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
Force the enemy to flee. I don't want to force her to flee because I want to be able to kick her ass and then make her change her ways. Double damage. So if it's double damage, it would end up being
4.
4. Wow, that'd be a pretty big hit.
That's pretty brutal. Wait, no, hold on. Sorry.
So
with you, it's a skeleton, so it would be 2, but still, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah. Well, I want to keep my skeleton going for a little bit longer, so I'm going to say suffer no damage.
Okay.
And just take the 1.
Does the one. Okay, so here's how it plays out. You hit her with, because it's simultaneous combat. So you hit her with the dagger in the back, pretty much, because she was fighting the skeleton.
Yep.
She turns around, so she can't do anything about the skeleton, and the skeleton just bops her in the back again.
Yep. Stick and move, baby. Stick and move.
Oh my god, this is so wrong.
That's like 3 points that's like 3 points of harm in one
Yeah,
go.
I know. I there's nothing like a blood, like a con save. So that's not how that works.
Oh,
But
let me ask you one last thing because of my other ability. You can add life drain to your attack. You heal back.
You have to be
I
touch.
haven't taken any damage. Sorry.
You have to be at touch range.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. If I'm gonna use my vampiric touch, I have to actually be able to touch it. Nope, that's fair. But I'm playing it safe right now until I have to. Great, thank you. This was fun.
Just stab at her. See, look, guys, it's real.
Yep. I hope she's having a good time. I hope a good time too.
Amos. He's just like stabbing them over there. It's fine.
Yeah. I see that he's being very stabby. What is she doing?
She is apparently in melee with a minion, but every time she turns around, she gets stabbed. So she's kind of busy.
She's bleeding. She's bleeding is what she's doing.
Also, fucking, if I could have a nickel for every time I could throw a dagger with my mind, you know.
Right?
Okay.
However, you assume that by next round there will be dogs upon you, so you'll have to deal with that issue.
I should have asked what's my best way to protect the area.
Didn't ask.
Sulfur dog. Well, let me just do some pondering without dice. Sulfur dogs. What would be a weakness of sulfur dogs?
You're actually using your mental roll, but not like your characters, yours, which is
yeah, no, and fucking, I wish I could solve everything with some dice, in my life.
Oh my god, right?
Oh, apparently there's a skill called Seek Guidance.
You could. That is an action you could do. You could summon your familiar
Toby?
here. You could ask him questions. That could be funny.
I can try to touch her heart.
Well, her heart's gonna be outside her body in another couple of combat rounds. So
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's now or never.
That's what I'm planning on doing, is touching your heart.
Throughout peril, I assume, is when I get attacked.
yes. That next round, not now. Next round.
One second. I'm just looking through my skills and trying to decide what I can do here. I'm pretty sure I can't convince dogs, can I?
You're not sure what their level of intelligence is. Just you don't know.
You can think about the next time. Once you see them, you can analyze them.
Hold on. Behind the able to go badly, fall to 0 health on the rest of the relaxation. Protect someone. I don't really care about protecting anyone. I can spend power for spend heroes and spend another point to gain advantage on the roll. Okay, can I hold my turn?
You want to hold to see what happens, and then like be first on the order or something.
Hold on. Well, let me think. I can, if I'm to engage the villain in her pride, my only thing is to just like fucking try to either
You
like
can convince. You can try to touch her heart or convince.
Yeah, I'm saying I can either try to touch her heart or convince her to like, maybe be less vigilant or like be
throw her off guard. You could do that.
throw catch her off guard by telling her she's ugly and her choice of clothing is shit, and she threw up in gym class and everyone was laughing.
Can I inject since
Sure.
we are mentally
we have mental link. Yes.
so we can literally meta. You could try to convince her that if she doesn't stop this fight, if she doesn't just give up, that her outfit is going to get destroyed.
Hmm.
I mean, that's where her pride lies, is in her clothes. And so if you roll well,
Yeah, but
it may not stop her from fighting, but it may give her at least a negative to like, oh man, I need to be more defensive and stop getting bitten and stabbed.
I'm just gonna interject here. Her clothes are like part of a magical transformation, and they might not matter to her as much since they can just reform.
Right. Also, she's
Sure.
serving. She's also serving the a lizard person god, whatever. So I don't know if that becomes
know
a
that?
higher.
Love how that's fine. Go ahead.
Well, also it's plus emotional, and my emotional is actually a negative.
Perfect, wonderful.
Oh no, it's never mind. It's a 0. But to convince her, she's a villain, right? She's a monster or adversary.
Yeah.
I would have to roll at least a 7 for them to do something, but I would have to promise them something in return. On a 10 plus, I would do anything. Act and react based on how you convince them, but they won't do anything that harms them or betrays their boss. So it's like, for her to stop fighting, does that count as harming her or betraying her boss?
You don't know where her allegiances lie or what her deal is. No one's bothered to ask. Everyone's just very stabby. So
yeah, I do wonder about that. Okay, touch their heart. Team member gain on going against the target. This ends the target. This ends if you form a competitive relationship with the target. Against the target. All non-clash acting against the target suffer on 1/1 ongoing.
I'm gonna say this. It's not to be mean. To redeem them, you have to know what's wrong. Okay.
And you might want. Maybe you can just talk to them. Honestly, you could just try to strike it up with Lady Hellfire.
Middle of being stabbed.
Just like, what do you want? What do you? This doesn't have to end this way.
One second. Can gain one point from stats depending how. Sorry, this is like a bit. Okay, we can do this together. Because it's like I don't really have any combat abilities at all. I'm definitely more of a idea person.
Gotcha.
I think that's the thing. Is the game is probably not really built. I mean, it's built for combat when you need it. But I mean, realistically, and I think everybody else is right. I'm being, I'm throwing myself into the fight when I should probably stop and be like, hey, what's wrong with you and why, how can we resolve this issue? And you have that mental ability. So despite the fact that your character is kind of a douche, you can still pretend to be a nice person. What? Look mad at me.
Okay. So
you've been very like I'm being silly, but your character's been very like, I'm smarter than everybody else.
Because I am.
I know, I get that. I'm okay with the fact that you are, and I'm okay with the fact that you're telling everyone that you are, but it's still douchey.
If you want, I can like go change scenes to Eddie for a sec while you figure this out.
No, well, one second. I am going to.
Yes.
Because nobody seems to be taking this dog. If the dogs come in, would they attack right away? Like, do they get like an advantage on us? Since they're
get an advantage.
Fast. Like, do they gain like initiative?
They will pretty much go like kind of at the end. There's like just like she does every once in a while. Like they'll be going. They don't have an initiative order per se.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna Roll plus. Yeah, I'm gonna just do a perfect awareness just so that we're perfectly aware. That is my tactician ability. I'm a tactician. I'm very smart, and I am a tactician. I am the general. I can share my allies' points of view and synthesize them into a plan. Roll plus mental on a 12 plus. Give 2 power points to an ally, allowing them to take advantage of the situation. On a 10 plus, you can move up to 2 points from 1 or 2 heroes and give them to a third hero or yourself. On a 7 to a 9, you can move 1 power point from a hero and give it to another hero. On a 6 or less, shared experience goes with chaos on the team, and everyone loses 1 power point from their pool.
Well, if you don't have power points, it won't matter too much. So.
Do people have power points?
Nope. That's why I spend that shit.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
Afraid
Okay,
not.
I'm just gonna can I just hold my
I
turn
think
on
I
that?
have 1 PowerPoint.
Yeah, you can hold your turn if you want to, and while you think about it.
I could roll mental because I do have +2 mental, but that's still kind of a. I have to roll basically a perfect roll to get 2 power points. So never mind. I'm just gonna hold.
Okay.
Sorry, very long-winded, winded turn to do nothing.
All right. So that was the last. Oh no! Nope. Nope. Okay, and Claire. Man, Claire is cardboard. I assume. Claire would. I don't want to like do her actions for her. I'm just gonna have her like kind of just advance because she's very angry, but I'll figure out how that's gonna work out because it's a cardboard versus a non-responsive cardboard. That's fine. Claire advances into the smog. You don't see what happens. We'll figure that out later. So let's see. Dean.
Do I have a clear do I have a clear view of Lady Hellfire?
I mean, as clear as anyone else's. She's like.
Well,
not
you've
far away.
mentioned a couple times like there being fog,
I mean,
like closing in on us.
Right. So as you've been fighting, there is this green fog that's been rolling in. That's been kind of obscuring. It hasn't quite filled the entire area, but you can still see her. You're gonna just like charge down there.
How much distance can I cross per turn? If I were to charge her,
So each
I'm
cube
looking at the squares.
If we're gonna go that way, each cube is approximately like 10 feet. If you want, you could spend your entire round just running up to her.
I'm gonna scream at her. Bitch, I've seen better fashion sense at the homeless shelter. And I'm gonna just full on out charge her.
All right, there we go. All right, runs forward. Easy. All right, so that's the end of round. Because that's going on. So just can't fight you yet. I mean, they're not going to be on top of each other. That doesn't make any sense. 1, 2. Oh, that's funny because he like rushes out into the. Okay. Well, we're back to the top of the order. Viola is there, and so is a dog, and it is currently to her left. I assume that Amos, because he was holding his rounds, is basically like, there's something to your left because you're perfect awareness. So you're like,
I am perfect. Well, yes, I am perfectly aware of this, and I, in fact, will. Where's the dogs again? Sorry.
There were dogs to your left and to your right. So
just
if you look at the screen, you've got a dog to your right and dogs to your left. I was gonna go. The question was who wants to go first because you have perfect awareness. You were holding your action for this, and then Viola is gonna have to respond to dogs. So I don't know what you want to do in that case.
I am gonna. To your physical rating. Okay. I will.
It sounds so nervous.
I love this song.
I will.
When resisting an immediate physical danger, I will protect.
There you go.
Who's I will.
Viola's
she
like
can,
right there.
She can attack. She can protect. Plus 10 persona. The fuck is persona? Yeah, sure. I don't have a persona, but sure. Boom. I rolled a 7 to 9 persona. Persona. Oh fuck. I have -1 persona. So I rolled nothing. Fuck.
So you
Cool.
roll a nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. So you're telling me that you went for perfect awareness and you jumped to their aid and you failed.
I stumbled. Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Let me just do a little math here.
Well, it doesn't actually say that there's any negative outcomes to stumbling.
When you fail a roll, there's a negative outcome.
Okay.
That's just, it doesn't necessarily mean it's damage. It just means that there's something bad probably happened.
Uh-huh.
So
Of course.
okay, now we're gonna continue moving around. Let's see. Now it's Viola. Sorry.
Okay.
There is the ugly green dog coming through the fog, coming to meet you.
Okay, I guess I will try to touch their heart on it now.
Sure.
Okay.
This should go interestingly. Let's see how this rolls out. We can be friends, puppy. We can be friends.
A 5.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
my rolls are terrible today.
So Viola reaches out, her arms ready to basically hug this thing as it comes up, and it literally just gonna clobber her and do like damage.
Well, it says all non-clash actions against this target suffer a -1.
Oh, it says non-clash actions?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they become more resistant to interactions, all non-clash actions against this target. Suffer no. Yeah, against the target, but you had a failure. So let me look at what that does chart-wise. It's not like the creatures don't attack you because you are trying to hug them. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Now it's me this time. I apologize. DM moves. Monster back. Yeah, but moves are just a pool. That's still cat. Yeah, he's gonna. It doesn't make any sense for him not to act out after you tried to hug him, practically. Let's see. Oh, and you didn't succeed in defending her, correct? You failed that roll.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I definitely would have been protecting
Well,
her
that's
anyway,
what I said. You
yeah.
tried to protect her, but you failed the protection roll.
Yeah, very embarrassing.
Okay. Take 3. As
3
a
damage?
Yep, as a dog thing rips into you, as you're like, let's be friends, and the dog's like, no.
Yummy.
Ow. That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
That's not very nice.
All right. So that happened.
Kind of fucked up, dude. Okay.
Let's see. Who's up next?
That would be me.
Okay. You hear her scream in the back as a dog. Oh, hold on. You can actually do a roll. I'm sorry. You can do Flaunt Peril actually because it's a response.
Oh, I can do the
So
peril.
before I deal damage, you can see it coming. It's coming at you. Like,
Okay.
let me look at the moves here real quick. And because
Wait, who took that damage? I thought I took the damage.
No,
No, you didn't. Yeah, she was about to take that damage because she literally put her hand up and was like, "Wait, let's talk about this."
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And that didn't go so well. So let me look at the moves and see because that says immediate danger is what it says for a flawed peril.
Okay, and I have magical assistance, so I can use plus mystical instead of physical.
Oh right, I remember that. Resisting immediate physical danger. Yep. It is trying to claw your face. Or wherever it can get.
8.
Okay.
8.
All right. On an 8, the GM can offer you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or an extra price to pay. So you can prevent that damage, but something bad will happen. Basically, is what I'll say. So the claws will hit someone, but it might not be you.
Well, I guess then it will be me.
Okay. You don't want to take that. There's. Oh, sorry. You could also go with worse outcome. So you could take the damage, but you kind of hold on to the critter. You know, like
But
you could
it's
like
attacking. Why would I hold it?
in case so you could I don't know get on me later on. All right, so you're just gonna take the damage rather than someone else taking the damage.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so
I
we'll
can just do healing touch next round.
Okay. Damage given. Are you guys all still seeing the combat map? I'm just making sure. No.
Yes.
All right. So you take 3 damage from claws. Oh, and you think that the wounds that you have like green pus ichor kind of stuff going on? We'll worry about that later. Let's see. 3 save. All right. Got it. Derek. Derek?
Derek.
Uh-oh.
Hey, sorry about
Derek.
that. I put the phone
And
down.
after
Had it on mute.
the end of this next round, I think I'm going to shift back again so that Eddie has some time.
Sure. That makes sense. All right. So things just got a little haywire. How many dogs are there?
The dogs are getting closer. There's some sort of ominous thing in the distance, but you don't know what it is. It's just like a feeling in the air.
Boy. Great. I'm going to attack because convincing her right now is probably not a good idea. Lay down.
I mean, she's only going to have so much health, right? I mean, there you go.
She's only what?
She's only going to have so much health, so you might as well keep checking away at her.
Exactly. That tracks for me. Oh yeah, that's a big terrifying looking puppy. Great.
That's an ominous feeling. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am going to do the same thing again. I'm going to throw the dagger at her, and see how that goes. So I'm using my mystical ability.
Yep.
To do that. This time I've only got my regular +2. And that's only going to be a 9 this time.
Okay.
So
is it just going to deal?
Sorry?
Is it just dealing the 2 damage?
Just dealing the 2 damage, yes.
Okay.
And so as we agreed before, this time it just sticks into her. It doesn't come back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean that's
Sorry? All right, and now your undead minion goes. So roll for him.
And now my undead minion goes. He's got a +1 physical. Come on, buddy, roll high again. Oh, or really low. That's a 6.
Okay, I'm trying to picture how this. No, it's exactly what I feel like this goes. The knife sticks into her, but she's like resolute that she needs to deal with the problem. So she takes her hand, reaches behind her, and just fucking incinerates that guy. Just burns him to a. He only had like 3 health, Just burns.
Yeah, he only had 2 left.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have taken the +1 going forward. Oh man. Oh well. What are you gonna do? And now I don't have a knife.
Yeah, you have to wish another knife.
Yeah, I have to wish for another knife. Or try to pull that one back from her, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so that's that. Yeah.
Can I still say something to her, or is that
Yeah, you can.
Is that my turn?
I'll give you free. Talking's free. No one's been doing it, but you can.
yeah? Lady Deola, or no, sorry, no, not Lady Hellfire. Why are you doing this? What is wrong with you?
When you asking her what is wrong with you, it's like, no, what's wrong with you? How dare you side with them? They're all monsters. You're monsters for siding with them. You want to save them? They should all die.
You can't do this to people. This is wrong. And why are these dogs attacking us?
Because you're monsters. You all deserve to die. If you're gonna be with them, you're gonna die too.
Are you talking about the cheerleaders?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
I'm sure they're not the best people, but this isn't the way to deal with it.
Okay, so besides like idle banter, are you actually asking specifically what's wrong? Because you have to be convinced of some sort.
Well, I don't know if that would be another action, so that would have to be like on my next turn. But if you'll give it to me, I'll take it.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I already made the attack, so I don't think I can do it again.
No, not really.
But at least I'm trying to start the conversation, so hopefully other people might kind of follow along with it, in a sense.
Well, she's not exactly in the best mood, being stabbed a bunch of times. So.
Well, that's not my fault.
Yes, it is. Actually.
I mean, it is directly my fault. But I mean, she's the one who's kidnapping people, so I'm just the one who's
No one's bothered asking what her problems are.
I'm pretty sure the knife in her back is your fault, though.
That's definitely his fault.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying that I'm responding to a problem with my own violence. So what do you want from my life?
Okay, so that's fine. Amos, what's your plan? What you got? What you doing?
I'm gonna, I guess, attack. Well, their dog's attacking Viola, right?
Yeah, there is one that is like kind of just clawing at her, like right next to her.
I will protect Milady.
You protect my lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So okay, so you're gonna use your protection action, right? That's what we're going with.
Well, no, wouldn't it be?
I mean, you
I
could
guess
go
it's
straight
not-
up and fight it. That's fine, but protect someone is an action. When you stand in defense of a person, item, or location, persona.
Well, it's choose one extra effect. What is my physical? Fucking nothing. Okay, got it. Cool.
I mean, sorry, it's just kind of the way it played out.
Let's see. There's a bunch of dogs.
Yes.
Dogs like to chase sticks.
Okay. I will let you do a 2d6 and mental roll as a separate roll. So go ahead, and you're the big brain, so you should roll it for planning.
Hold on. Roll.
And only because you mentioned something earlier that I'm letting you do.
I got, what is it? Roll plus mental?
Yup, just 2d6 and mental.
I got 10 plus 2, 12.
Okay. I really, really, really need flame right now. Like, I know that Lady Hellfire spits flame, but these dogs are all covered in sulfur. Like, they'll probably light up pretty fast if you torch them.
Wait, sulfur. Sulfur.
Sulfur is extremely flammable, from what I remember. Let me look up sulfur real quick on the Googles. We will.
I guess makes sense why everything in hell is always depicted as on fire.
Sulfur is sulfur.
Okay. Let's.
That's right. Thank you.
Let me blow the nips on this.
Yeah, explosive risk though.
Ooh,
So, well,
nice.
Use what
Um,
fight fires?
I mean,
Gases are produced.
Well, that's you guys haven't dealt with the poison gas effects yet, but you're in a cloud of fog.
I want to read the
Hey.
safety data sheet later.
is there okay, hold on. Does anyone have a lighter?
I got a flaming sword.
Oh,
Oh.
right. Yeah, I almost forgot about the flaming sword. I was like, well, that could go fun.
So
the skeleton is still there on fire.
It's burnt, but it's been burnt to like she went and like turned him into dust. Like that's what she.
All right.
it's also I'm also like
Fine.
kind of far away. Where are you?
Where's
Zeppo?
oh
Where's
Zeppo?
Zeppo?
He charged
I'm
straight in
rapidly approaching Lady Hellfire.
with a flaming sword.
Right. Um. Okay. Okay. So, can I just? I guess I can. Can I scream out to Derek to turn his attention to the doggies?
I mean, you have perfect mental aware. You're connected to each other, so he can just know.
Yes. So he would know that probably his choice of that it would be best for him to turn his attention onto the dogs and set them on fire with his flaming sword.
Well, that's Dean. Dean has a flaming sword.
Or sorry, Dean, yeah. Derek, Dean, it's all very similar.
Well, Dean has a dog next to him, but he's going to deal with that on the beginning of his round, probably, or Lady Hellfire, depending on who he decides to go after.
Right. Okay. I mean, I will, oh, it's
You can do it, big brain. I believe in you.
Come on, Mr. Mensa.
Do your fourth D chess, bro.
I'm just gonna protect, I guess. And then try to put the attacker in a bad position. I mean,
all right, go protect.
Because I know the dogs should be set on fire. So if anyone has a lighter or something, do I have a lighter? I'm kind of it's the 90s, and you know.
I mean, I feel like that. Do you have what's your mystical? Because that's like luck.
Plus mystical 1.
Well, it's better than nothing. You want to roll that for luck?
So what am I rolling?
2d6 and mystical to see if you can find a lighter. You're like going through your shit.
Okay, I rolled a 4 + 1, 5. So no, that sounds like a
no. For comedic effect, it's a wet box of matches. Just in there. Damn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just stand in protection and try to redirect attacks.
Are you doing the actual protection move? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay, so roll your persona. Technically, it's another move, but that's fine. Looking through your pockets shouldn't count as a full move. Oh, do I have a lighter?
I rolled an 8, which is or 7, which means I get a hold 1.
Okay, so you can decide.
During somebody else's turn, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll hold 1.
Okay, so Derek lunges in front of Viola and is like, "I will protect you,
my lady."
My lady. All right, and now finally, because he's been kind of running in slow motion, Amos, who is your target? The sulfur dog to your left that you know is rapidly approaching, or Lady Hellfire, who's looking pretty worn, honestly. If you stuck her through with a flaming sword, she might die, or she might go unconscious. You're not too sure which.
Oof.
Is that for me question?
That was for not sorry, not Amos, Dean. My bad.
Yeah.
I was just so much over there that I forgot. My bad.
Oh, no worries. Okay, I just want to verify. Like, I'm within close range that I'm going to have a chance to attack her, right?
Oh yeah, you spent the whole round running.
Okay.
The
I'm gonna
question-
scream. I'm gonna scream at her. You may take our life, but you'll never take our freedom.
It's like watching
And then I'm
90s.
gonna swing the flaming sword
Okay.
with all my might down upon her.
Um,
And that quote is appropriate because Braveheart did come out in 1995. So I've probably watched it multiple times, and I'm quoting movies.
with so that would be let's look at the actual flaming sword. What page is flaming sword on?
36, I believe.
36. Because this might become very important. Okay, it is sharp, which means it's +1 damage. You are doing fire damage to her, which is gonna be great, I'm sure. All right. Roll. I just want to make sure that it's. Do you have a physical? Like, what's your physical? I'd have to look at it again.
I don't have a physical.
Okay, so it doesn't make sense. You're summoning magic to attack her with magic. Roll magic. 2d6 in magical.
And mystical?
Yeah, sorry, mystical. My bad.
Okay, I don't have any mystical. I didn't put any points there.
So you summon a flaming sword. So, but what's your okay? But which one has the better stat? Like, is there any negatives?
Emotional has the best stat.
You can't hit someone with your emotions, except for trying to convince them.
Well, I mean, but I really mean it.
Oh well,
I'm mad.
good.
I'm mad. I feel threatened. My
All right,
friends,
so just
my
roll
friends are
whatever.
threatened.
If they're dead even at like 0, just roll your physical because you're swinging it.
So 2d6 plus physical.
Plus your physical, yeah.
Okay, so I don't get a bonus.
You don't get a bonus. That is correct.
No. Okay. I rolled a 9.
Okay, so it's still a hit. So it's a hit on the clash table. It's sharp and it's burning. I'm gonna give it 1 extra for burning because that doesn't make sense for it not to. Flash 9 plus. Or your physical rating hand, it's not a physical weapon in that way. You're just using it to swing. Okay. So, good news and bad news. You deal 2 damage. That's fine. You say your wonderful phrase, and then you basically run a large sword into her. That
Okay.
Unfortunately, you're real up close, and she burns you for 2 damage. Because as you jam her sword into her, she puts her hands up and burns you too.
Okay. Bitch.
So that takes 2. Okay. Now, the good news and the bad news. She doesn't look like she can take 1 more big hit. Like, if you guys hit her again, you're up close and you're all mentally connected. If you do that again, you might end up killing them. Now, whether or not that's your goal, I don't know, but you should be a little bit more careful. Like, for instance, you might knock her down to 0 and she'll fall asleep, but if you overdo it, you might need to.
Well, she's already threatened to kill us. Like,
yes.
To her, we're these abomination, and she wants to destroy us. So
Yeah.
and with the impending doom that's moving through the fog and all these dogs surrounding us, I'm not holding back.
Okay. So we're gonna pause there, and I'm going to, after a very long break, I am going to move back. I'm gonna move back to our other character who is by themselves. No, why? Sorry, I'm gonna stop sharing that for a second. Okay, sorry, Eddie. Eddie, you are hearing this whole conflict in your head. People are getting stabbed, dogs are chewing at people, things going crazy. I assume you've spent this time. Actually, no, sorry. What have you been doing during this time?
Well, first of all, I'm imagining this chatter, this mental chatter.
Oh yeah, it's loud.
It's overwhelming. It's like radio chatter, and it's just everyone's talking over each other, and they're just screaming. And it's not comfortable. It's like overstimulating.
Yeah.
So Eddie, at this point, knowing that the dogs are not in the vicinity, has transformed back and gone to look for the missing cheerleaders.
Okay. You find them just variously tied up and things. With time, you're a fast mover. You can like get people undone and like
Yeah, and Eddie
start
would say
freeing them.
like, "Hey, I'm Eddie. I'm with my homeroom is with Miss Namora, and I'm here to help you. Like, this is not a safe place. We need to leave."
Okay. So you start to gather them up. It's been a couple of minutes, and you start hearing like tires rolling on gravel sounds, like in like the distance.
That's disconcerting.
It's up to you. The question is, I guess you would probably, after you've gathered them up, well, you probably leave to see what the noise is about.
Nah, Eddie would try to maybe. Can I tell what direction they're coming from and leave like a different way, or?
No, they're like coming towards the building. You can hear the car.
That's what I mean. Is there like an exit that's on the opposite side?
Yeah, there's two exits usually in a big building like this.
Yeah, Eddie would try to just kind of sneak out with them.
Okay. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll give you one more action, and then I'll get back to combat. Combat's going to be almost over, I think, depending on how this goes. So,
I see.
okay, so you go around to the back of the building. And it looks like the car. Are you trying to like peer over, or are you just kind of like just running into the woods with the group of them?
Running into the woods. Eddie doesn't want to deal with any car or any nonsense. Like, it might be important plot information, but Eddie just wants them safe.
Okay. Is it more disconcerting or less when someone beeps the horn like they want to let you know that they're there?
That is weird. What?
Awkward.
Uh,
Eh.
that's unexpected. That's unexpected. Okay, Eddie would definitely like be like, that would be something to check out.
It's totally up to what your character would want to do. Okay, you go and you check it out. I don't. Again, do you think this is good or bad? There is a person in an all like kind of like black bodysuit with like an armor piece and a big white helmet, and they are like sitting behind what looks like a kind of like a minivan, like a silver colored minivan.
That's sketch as hell. It's the only thing I have to say about that. Yeah, no. Nope, we're ditching. Nope. That's a hard pass.
Okay, that's fine. You can't emote through a helmet. So eh, eh. Okay, I'll leave it at that for the moment.
Weird.
It's really weird. It's totally up to you what you want to do in that situation. I'm just letting you know what's there.
Thank you.
Everybody else also, are you still mentally connected?
Yeah, I mean, that's a question for Derek, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you had asked me to turn it off, or
No,
maybe at least turn it down, I don't know if I could actually turn the volume down for you. I know that Amos is talking or thinking a lot, as he is wont to do. But yeah, I wouldn't want to disconnect from you because I wouldn't want.
So
I'd want everybody to know what's going on.
you kind of get the impression of what Eddie is experiencing, but I mean, you're in the midst of combat, but there's more weird shit going around.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, no, that is something to consider.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'll just switch back to combat then. Righty. So when we last left off, it was Viola again, but I will wait a quick second.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Okay. Your knight in shining armor, Amos, is standing in front of you.
not helping.
Well, he's preventing the dog from getting at him. Probably.
Yeah, to some degree, right? Good job, buddy.
Okay.
So what's the dog doing?
Well,
Is it attacking me
he's
still?
not. He's not. He clawed you, and then he kind of backed up, and then Amos kind of shoved himself in the space where the dog was. So he's now standing in front of you, for better or for worse.
Got too many tabs open.
All the tabs. I know. I
Oh,
got
here it
tabs
is.
too. Oh yeah, and Lady Hellfire, this is an update, looks really bad. Like if she takes another wallop, she's done.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I can try we can do this together again on Amos
You can try.
and hope that it actually
No,
succeeds.
hope it actually succeeds. It's to some extent.
Well, are we just gonna be like protecting each other in a circle? Like that's.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if we can do this together, but I'm protecting her, so the result is nothing.
Well, no, it's gonna give a bonus to a roll. So protecting would still gives a bonus. I mean, it still gives a bonus to your roll to protect.
I'm just saying a losing battle. Since
Oh.
we're never attacking, but sure, okay, yeah, whatever.
Sorry, what's
He's saying that basically all you're doing is giving both the defense. You'd rather people actually fight the dogs or something.
I mean, I'm not really a physical fighter. Is the thing, you know what I mean?
You don't have any magical attacks really. You have like heals and stuff. You can heal yourself.
Let me see.
That's a thing.
Oh, do you have a lighter?
Or I can, I guess I can fly us out of there.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Okay, I'll grab him and
You can
fly
fly?
us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can fly.
she's got wings.
Yeah, no, she did have wings. Nope, that's true.
All right. You're defending Viola, and she kind of just grabs you and flies up into the air.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Where's the book?
Right here.
Okay, because yeah, I can bring someone with me, but I'm not sure if there's a limitation or something.
I feel like you can only get what you can grab. You can't like chain a group of people. You know, it's. You don't have-
Oh, okay. Oh no, I have to roll plus physical to bring someone with me.
Oh. Well.
Okay,
That's good.
let's give it a try.
I can't. The failure might be pretty funny, actually. So
I'm not very good at physical.
the
but-
rolls have been shipped today. So.
But if
None of us are.
if I roll an 11 or a 12, we'll be okay.
Nice.
10.
Okay.
hold
so.
on.
But
hold
minus
on.
1, so it's a 9.
Right, but a 9 is a success.
I carry them, but I leave myself and my passenger open to danger.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hold on.
What do you? Hold on. It's her
Hold
roll.
on. I understand, but
He doesn't want to be in danger.
Would you want to?
okay, never mind. I was trying to see if I can use my hold to aid them, but
Oh no, not in this case. So okay, so what happens is she picks you up, her wings go, but you realize that like if you get leapt on by a dog, you're both gonna fall and hit the ground. But it's fine. It's a success. So you're now flying together. But if something happens, it happens to both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
oh my god, this is magical.
We're flying.
We're flying into the air.
It's everything I've ever wanted.
Derek, do you want to finish her off, or what do you want to do?
Kind of, but I mean, now I kind of feel bad. Not that I really have much ability to convince her, but maybe because she's in a weakened state, maybe she'll actually listen. Like,
all right, go for it, and go for it.
Otherwise, I mean, so let me talk out my options. I can try to call my knife back, and that's it. At that point, if I get the knife, I get the knife. If I don't, I don't.
Right.
But we're still surrounded by bloodthirsty dogs. I'm pretty sure that Dean is about to murder her, by the looks of it. So,
You could do something really terrible. I'm putting it out there because you said you want the whole list. You could still use your telekinesis on the knife.
Yeah, no. I was thinking that I could pull the knife away from her, harm her, hopefully not kill her, but end the fight in that way.
Oh, I was just saying you were going to drill it into her by using your telekinesis. But
oh yeah, no. Again, I'm trying to. I'm realizing that maybe I came out a little bit
too strong at the gate,
a little bit aggressive, and so feeling a little bit, bad about the fact that we might be about to kill her, and she's clearly, but I don't think I'm really going to be able to talk her out of it at this point. Oh God, what do I want to do? Can I phone a friend?
You can try. That's the thing you can do.
I don't know. I mean, now I don't want to kill her now.
You're not sure if you'll actually kill her or she'll be unconscious from like being beaten the shit out of, but like it is getting dangerously low.
Yeah. But again, I'd like to try to convince her to stop this. That's why I was trying to like communicate with her in the free action, talking to her in the first place.
Right. No, I get you.
Just try to like, begin that process.
Okay. Well, you could try touching her heart with your role. You know a little bit about the situation. Like,
yeah, I mean, but I also know I don't have just a 0 to my emotional.
You don't have a negative. Look at the
no, I don't have a negative. So that means I have to roll.
You get like kind of like a 10 or higher. Like you could, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. If I don't, and I can't talk myself into any kind of a bonus. I don't think that the game really works that way, right? Like if I say some really, really like clinch. I can't think of the word I'm trying to say, but if I say something that's really, really thoughtful and poignant in this moment that she's like weakened, would I get some kind of a bonus? I don't think the game really works that way. But anyway, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
to straight up convince them. Like that's another option.
Yeah, but it's still the same role, both emotional, right? But I'm pretty sure Derek's about to knock her down
You're
to
Derek.
the ground. I mean, yeah, Dean. Sorry, Dean is. I'm doing the same thing. Dean's about to hurt her really badly, so I'm going to call out and be like, "Wait, Lady Hellfire, I don't know exactly what they did to you, but if let's stop this madness before someone really gets hurt, and let's I don't want to see anything really bad happen to you. I know that they can be those cheerleaders can be really terrible and cruel, but let's just I promise I'll help work this out with you and help make this right so that we can resolve this and not see you hurt and not see others hurt any further.
Okay, so then make your roll.
All right, hold on. Dude, come on, baby, give me something good. Oh yeah, that's as bad as it could have gotten. I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2?
I rolled a 2.
Perfect. No, that works so well for the scene I had set up anyway. You're like,
great.
Work this out, guys. We can help. And then she's like, just looks straight at you, the person that stabbed her like multiple times, and just puts your hands like she stretches her hands out in a dramatic fashion and then claps them together. All the sulfur dogs disappear. Oh,
okay.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, it worked.
It worked, guys. Everything's great.
So emotionally convincing.
Great. No, it's worked.
And then
behind her is a 20-foot tall, green, horrible monster with red eyes all the sulfur and all the dogness kind of swarm together
Dogness.
and make one large hound dog thing. And it looks over your shoulder at you guys.
I guess we're doing this. Derek, Dean. I mean, not me.
Pumpernickel.
Dean.
And she will
Dean,
literally, and it's the weirdest dramatic thing after everything else. She will get them, Mr. Pumpernickel. And she'll like point at you guys. And you guys should probably like keep your wits about you because this is freaking terrifying.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's a roll.
Yep.
It is in fact a roll. You don't get to have to do that, Eddie. You're not there. Though you could be still terrified.
I imagine
Oh,
it is
oh.
terrifying knowing that my friends are in danger.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if I get knocked out, then you won't have to know anymore. So are we making a roll?
Yeah, you're basically everybody that's here is making a wits about you roll, which is 7. You want to get like a 7 to 9.
What is that?
That is
What is-
persona.
Oh, cool. I have a +1.
I
Hey,
rolled a
seven.
2.
I rolled a 7.
You're dude, Viola's holding you. You're screaming. Ah!
Let's see if I start screaming too. I start screaming too.
Oh, well, you suffer the same fate, anyways. You just want to fly away as you're both screaming and like just gonna leave. We're gonna leave. Ah!
Do we like fly into a tree or something?
You know, you don't take damage. It's
God.
not that kind of roll, but you definitely leave your basically everything behind. You guys are just like, fuck
Oh
this.
no.
I'm
Sorry.
out. You got a screaming person. You're screaming together, and you're flying through the air. Anybody else fail?
No, I rolled a 7.
Giant doggy is scary.
It is very, very scary. It is like 20 feet tall, bulky, green, and it just looks like the other ones, except really big. She took all of them and made this.
So the rest of them are gone. It's just her and this dog now.
And this very large dog named Mr. Pumpernickel, apparently.
Well, Dean, it was interesting knowing you.
Good talk.
But I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna go out without a fight. So I got your back, buddy. Let's
All right,
do this.
let's do this.
Okay.
Together we stand.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Amos doesn't get around. Amos is just screaming. I guess you can make another kid pull his wits about him to stop screaming. Like if he wants to.
Well, wouldn't right now?
Yeah, if you want to try to like recover, you could. I would allow you to make another keep the wits roll, just to kind of come back.
Okay. I rolled. What's the- Keep wits about me.
It's persona again, unfortunately. I think.
Keep my wits about me. Roll plus persona. Yes, my persona is a negative, a very shitty persona.
Yep.
Which is
just too much.
-1, and then on a what did I roll? Where's my thing? I rolled a 7. So I got a 7 minus 1, a 6.
Oh, nope. Nope.
Still screaming.
leave it. Bye.
I
Bye-bye.
suffer
running-
even further mental stress.
No,
Yep,
you don't
running
take
away
any
is the right thing to
stress, you
do.
Just don't recover right now. Claire's kind of like run off. I'll just say she got scared and ran. I don't know. Sorry. Because she can't be here. She'd be in combat. So let's see. Claire. Last up is Dean. Dean. Do you rush at Mr. Pumpernickel, or do you try to just stab Lady Hellfire, who's right in front of you?
I'm going to run my sword through her.
Yes. We tried to be nice.
You
little
failed
bit
at being
the
nice.
end.
That's what happens.
You know, I'm good at stabbing things. I'm not good at being nice to them. I'm a vampire.
It wouldn't have
Leave
been
me
the
alone.
second. It wouldn't have been the second phase, except it was a 2. And I'm like, no, it's the second phase.
Yeah.
This ends now, and I roll an 11. And I thrust
Nice.
my sword through her midsection.
Okay.
Ooh.
On an 11, you can choose some effects, I believe. So
Okay.
Yep.
that's the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
On 11, you can do 1 extra harm. I don't know if you want to do that. You could suffer less harm. Oh, you could force them to where you want them. You could force them to drop something. There's a couple of things. So what do you want to do? Suffering less harm might be good because she's gonna still burn you as you stab her.
Yeah, I'm gonna suffer 1 less harm.
Okay, you take 1 harm because you've been reduced. No, that was
Okay.
the stick, the thing that broke the camel's back right there. He runs her through with the sword and she falls over. Man, if you guys weren't already terrified, the large dog raises its head in the air and just, because you just stabbed its master through the chest. And then just opens a humongous otherworldly portal and kind of vanishes into it.
Wow.
Eddie,
Uh,
wherever you are, get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I think the rest of the session is pretty much going to be like any time because yeah.
oh. No.
Okay, so
Oh my.
let me do a little bit of cleanup. Miss Hellfire falls to the ground. When let me do the math. Okay, so she had 12, and then she took 10. Okay, she went to 0. You didn't overkill her, right? You didn't stab her a few more extra times.
Are her wounds cauterized? Maybe.
She probably
I can stab her.
The question is, she is now unconscious at this point.
Does she revert back
what
to her normal?
She's going
form?
to soon. Yes.
All right. Does she look like
What
she's
should we
in
do?
danger of? Does she look like she's in danger of dying?
Let me think. No, she's not in danger of dying, but you really ought to give her at least first aid so she doesn't. You know what I mean? She's not in emergency care, but she's pretty close.
Do we have a first aid option, or is there?
Your first aid option is busy screaming still, probably. Though eventually she'll probably calm down.
All right. I am going to use my wish to cause myself to have some an advanced first aid kit, something that I could, stop bleeding.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do at least basic things, and then when Viola comes over, she can kind of help to clean up the mess a little bit more magically.
Yeah.
I would imagine. So, do you want me to make a roll for that, or is that just
Yeah,
we're not in combat?
This is non-combat. You could take as many times as you really want to get the kit. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I'm just gonna keep
fine.
focusing. I mean, I rolled an 8, so to say that was with the 1, I would be able to get. I'd be able to get a decent kit, and I'd do a few if I had to, until I got something good. So I'm gonna just start trying to kind of staunch her wounds. I'm also going to not remove anything, like any clothes or anything, but I'm gonna at least be patting down around her neck, looking for what I would assume to be her magical attunement.
No, I know. You're patting her down, you're doing the medical check, you checked her neck.
Yep.
Around her neck is a dog collar caked in blood.
Yep.
I'm really
Around Lady Hellfire?
Around Lady Hellfire's neck.
Okay.
Definitely taking that off. And I'm gonna pocket that for later.
Are you sure you don't want me to try to destroy it with the sword?
No, because we may be able to figure out. There may be a link from it to her patron, so we may actually be able to use it to track them down.
You're the news.
Well,
bug.
we can
You need
always
the full
consult with
scoop.
Toby about that.
Sorry. Sure, but let's. I mean, we can destroy if it suddenly starts causing us an issue. Then yeah, we can destroy it. But Claire was able to touch her through her magic, so we may be able to touch it through the magic as well, and help us to suss out who or what this entity is.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't think we need to rush to destroy it just yet.
All right. While you're patching up Lady Hellfire, examining her body, things like that,
I need to go in
yep,
bed.
they calm down and can eventually be brought back to the group. And though she has to go to bed.
Yep. Good night.
Good
Good night.
night.
Oh, you have
Good
to
night.
Oh yeah, I gotta switch back to my headphones.
All right. How's it going, guys?
Awesome. We won.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. I think I just
Go.
killed someone.
Go extra violent. Super violent. That's the way we go here.
Ultra violent. Yeah.
Okay, so luckily there was no one in the school to see you do what you just did, so that's good.
Yep. That feels good.
And eventually the other two are corralled back to the crime scene so that they can help, with whatever needs to get done. Between you guys, the first aid kit and any magic that is going to be used, they could probably bring them back around again, but for the moment she's unconscious. Now we're going to cut over to Eddie, because there's a lot of stuff that just happened. Eddie, do you just continue going off into the woods in their general direction, or do you eventually try to see what's up with the van? You could decide either of these things.
Yeah, before Eddie would leave, I think they'd roll like on a, I guess like a glimpse of the truth, I guess.
Okay, sure, you can do glimpse of the truth. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so it's just I have a list here that I'm supposed to read off of.
Right. But there are some, like, are they harmful? A lot of let me see. Okay. Most dangerous thing here, useful.
I guess like what sort of creature is it?
I mean, you just assume it's a human in a suit unless otherwise showed, right?
Yeah, but
they don't seem to be making any, if you're asking if they're making any threatening actions, no, they are simply sitting there, I mean, like what a person would do when they're waiting for people. They would like tap their like equivalent of a watch or something, or look at like stuff, but they don't seem to be like coming out of the vehicle and like chasing you down.
Okay, yeah. If they didn't like look threatening, then Ed would just leave.
I mean, they look freaking weird. Threatening, no.
No, I mean, like I saw someone in a Mini Cooper earlier they were just idling there for hours with electrical tape over their knuckles. It was a little weird, but it was not threatening.
Right. It seems like when you call a cab and the cab person has to wait there. That's what the look you're getting.
That's fine. I think Eddie would not want to stay around for that then.
Okay, so you're just gonna just go off into the woods.
Yeah, and try to team back up with Samantha.
Yeah, plus you've got three injured, scared,
I think it's
cheerleaders.
Because you have the sister too, but she's not injured.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
Claire's sister.
But you know what I mean. You've got scared people who you need to figure out how to get them 50 miles back to safety. So I mean that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you leave, the person just kind of shrugs their shoulders and starts, closes up the window, because they kind of had the window down, because that's what you do when you're waiting, and then rolls it up, and then just kind of starts pulling away.
Okay. Find out later. I mean, everything in due time, right?
All right.
I mean, I think that we need to figure out some way to get out to you. So, just try to stay by the road, without being too close to it, I guess.
How far away is she?
Like 50 miles south.
Yeah.
Quite a track.
Okay.
If you were
I don't
hiking
think
that,
I don't think any of us can travel fast.
no, it
Okay,
would take several days. I know that,
Brian.
I think Claire had a car, but
Go
Brian,
ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So my magical move, um, how would that allow me to travel 50 miles? I mean, obviously it would take time, but is that something
What
I
is
would be
your
able to
move though? What's the flight?
shimmering wings?
It would be faster than like going like walking there or running there, but it would still take like as a bird flies, right? Like that's it would take a little while.
So probably still 50
Okay.
miles would probably still take you looking at.
And you could only carry like one person at a time because it's remember shivering wings. We can't like you can't gather them all up, you know.
Right, but I'm just thinking like just to at least put somebody there with Eddie.
Okay. If you want to start flying over there, you can. You have a general idea of where each other are.
Okay, do I have to roll for that?
No, not
Or you
for
want me-
just you're only if you were carrying somebody else. You're just like flying over there. So
Okay,
that's gonna take you a
Shazam!
while. Flies away.
Okay,
Trying
I
to think
fly
of what
away.
else. All right. There's a few problems with your plan, Eddie. You are going through the woods with a group of people who are probably dehydrated, beaten up, etc.
yeah,
And it's slow going.
I really wish I had my backpack had not just completely gone in tatters and left me behind. It's probably somewhere next to the smoothie shop.
The okay. Time is passing, right? Like they're
Yeah,
you're
did I meet
probably
back up with Samantha though?
what's up?
Could I meet back up with Samantha? Was that
Yeah, obviously. Like you went around in the woods and found where Samantha was, and you added her to your group. And I'm guessing you don't say anything about how Samantha was willing to sell them all out for earlier.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay. You and the group. Oh, thank you. And everybody's in a group, and you kind of corralling them through the woods and paths and
Do they
stuff.
not have questions for me? Because I feel like I would have questions.
They'll ask like about like why this happened to us, things like that, but you don't really have answers. Like you
No,
just
I
are
don't.
like
It's really awkward.
they will ask like the simple questions like how did you find us? Do you have answers for that either?
Um, I would at least tell them like some basic like, hey, we were like, I would tell them that there was some weird stuff that went on. I would tell them that there was some sort of sulfury portal, and then I don't really understand myself. But I just followed them there because I found out that I followed them there because I saw one of them being taken through a portal. That's what I would share.
Okay. Let's see now. They're gonna get healed up. They're gonna gather her. Where are you bringing the other group? Where are you bringing Lady Hellfire in her state? Like after you fixed her?
I mean, I'm almost not concerned about her right now. If she's healed and physically stable, it's not that I'm going to completely just abandon her there. But I personally, I mean, obviously, Dean is flown away. Viola and Amos have come back.
Right.
Or unless we want to just say that maybe after she heals her, Viola is like overwhelmed and now she's cardboard too. So it's just kind of like it's just me and Amos right now trying to deal with what to do.
Right.
Amos, I think what I think we need to do is we probably need to get ourselves a vehicle, legally or illegally. At this point, I almost don't care. And we could we know where Linda lives. We could just drop her off in front of her house, and then go and pick up Eddie and the others. I mean, it's going to take a while, but I feel like that's really That's what has to happen. Somebody's got to go out there and get them, and there's no other way to explain the situation to authorities or whatnot. That makes sense to you.
I mean, I guess sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have access to a car? Did anyone have access to a car, Brian?
No one specifically said it. Like
I
I know
mean,
that
I'm
we
pretty
have-
sure that Claire did,
said it
but
had a car.
yeah.
I mean, we
Sorry?
live in like Western Mass. I mean, we can assume everyone's parents have cars.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I didn't know if any of us actually had access. I know I didn't have access to a car, but again, I feel like Derek might be the kind of kid who would occasionally find a car and go for a ride and then bring it back and hope that no one would notice.
Wow.
But not do anything stupid, but just like, hey, I got to run to the store, and instead of running there, I'll just drive there in this person's car, and then I'll bring it back and finish my day.
Okay, gotcha.
So I feel like he would and because of his talents, he has the ability to pick locks and just drive away and then do whatever.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
So I would assume that it'd be like, hey, look, man, we if we can't find, and obviously there's 5 of them out there, so we have to go and get a vehicle. So let's go see if we can grab a minivan.
Okay.
It's getting
station
late.
wagon.
So station wagon. It's getting late, so maybe we can find a car that's just going to be sitting in somebody's driveway all night long. And so if it's not there, they won't even notice it. And then when they wake up tomorrow morning, they may notice that there's a few extra miles on it. Not a big deal.
So what I need to know is how long. Okay, so you already told the weird driver basically equivalent. Nah, I'm gonna go to the woods, which is fine. You went off into the woods, but that was a little while ago, like probably like an hour and a half, probably, and because they're coming up with a plan,
if they're asking questions like, where are we gonna go? How do you know the way?
Right, yeah. So okay, so that's fine, and they're patching them up, and then they're gonna go off and do that. So like it's been a good hour and a change. Now I get to ask a very similar question to Derek. That's fine. You
mean Dean?
Sorry. No, because you were looking
Dean's
for the
flying.
car. Weren't you looking for the car?
Oh yeah. Okay. I know if you're gonna ask Dean.
Oh, sorry, no.
Flying
Dean gets a separate thing. Dean gets to see.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yep,
Yeah. Dean gets to see a silver vehicle riding off back towards town.
Oh, okay, great, cool.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you were doing the same thing that we were all doing with the names.
And then
yeah,
go ahead.
As far as I'm concerned, I would say, look, Derek, I know you have some, you're pretty mentally aware. I mean, there's a few cars that I've always had an easy time just grabbing and going, but obviously it's a much longer trip. It's probably going to take us at least 2 hours, so it's a little bit harder to cover that. Do you want to take a look and see if you can figure out, the situation and kind of suss out the best car for us to take? I mean, I know what you were doing back there, looking at Lady Hellfire, and the dogs and everything, and that was great, man. I like your tactical ways. That's really helpful. So maybe we could kind of team up on this and figure out what's the best vehicle to take off in and go get everybody.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to I'm wow, I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Amos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Amos is still with me, and he was one who was doing the tactical stuff with the kind of figuring
I mean,
things
who's do we know who I guess so. So who's still with us? It's me, you, Viola.
It's just me and you right now. It's just me and you, because Viola is basically, we're saying that Viola is basically passed out after healing Lady Hellfire, Lady Hellfire is passed out. We're gonna the plan basically is we're gonna grab a car, drop the two of them off at their houses, and then go pick up the Eddie and the cheerleaders. Apparently Dean when we get
What
there.
about where is Adrian's character?
Oh, I guess we'd pick up her too. Yeah, I mean,
So who, do we know who, like, I guess at this point it's whoever one of us lives closest to the school, because we could just go there and then just like take their parents' car.
yeah, I mean that I can't do that, but if you think that we could go and borrow your parents' car for a couple of hours and they either won't notice or care, then that's fine. That's easier. But yeah, I don't have that option.
I'm sure they will care. Why don't you have that option?
I don't have an answer. I mean yeah, I live in an orphanage, so I don't have access to a vehicle. Or I mean I live in a foster care, so I don't have access to a vehicle. I've kind of burned that bridge.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can only take a car so many times before people start, you know, asking not to.
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah, I can run home and steal my stepdad's car. You know, he'll just beat me later, but it's fine.
I mean, I can help you to take it. So I'll go with you, and then we'll come back here and pick them all up and drop them all off, and you know, and we'll figure out some way to make it so that your stepdad doesn't know that it was you. If that's possible.
But also, wait. What if we just like call the cops and they come here and they see them passed out and like they'll probably just
That's
take
a
them
lot. And then to tell them the cops to go and pick up, you know, 5 people in the woods 50 miles away.
No. I'm saying instead of dropping them off, we go steal a car, but we call the cops and just like make an
you mean
anonymous
like
tip.
Anonymous? Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's totally
Come here and they'll see, you know, a bunch of passed out people in this here, and they'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck happened?" And
there's somebody who got stabbed a whole bunch of times. And
wait, is Claire like actually passed out or just like on a spider rampage?
I don't actually know.
I think we're just saying that she got so freaked out by the dog that she passed out, and then Viola just got so winded after the healing that she passed out. They're both pretty much fine, but I mean, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
we're kind of sticking the two of them. Like the cops are gonna show up and find her bloody and the two of them passed out, and there's going to be a lot of questions, and we're going to get away scot-free from that. And I mean, you know, again, I'm not concerned about her. Not Lady Hellfire. It's Linda. I'm not really concerned if Linda gets screwed right now, but you know, I don't want her to get hurt. I don't want her to, you know, just freeze out here either. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I just, if we can come back and just pick the 3 of them up and then drop the 3 of them off, that would be helpful.
All right. And well, I'm saying maybe yeah, okay, fine, let's go.
You know, again, if you don't want to take your stepdad's car and get beat, then we could always grab somebody else's car. That's all I'm saying.
Well, okay, so we're at school, right? It's pretty late.
Yes. It's gonna be like, you know, 6 o'clock.
Right. But you know, schools don't like close right away. Like there's like after school activities and whatnot. So there's still probably cars in the parking lot in the school.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we could always just grab a car here. Sure.
Well, we would need to hotwire it.
Wait. Maybe
how long are you guys conversing about this stuff? Just how long? Like
30 seconds of in-game time.
Trying to keep this at least reasonably short. Probably not in our form anymore either.
Yeah. So I'm saying maybe we can steal somebody's keys in the school, like, you know, so we don't have to go anywhere.
Again, I can just hotwire it. I can do that. I can get.
All right, let's go steal a car.
I have a question as Eddie.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
is the mental connection just gone? Like,
You didn't turn it
or does
off.
it last for hours?
Oh, I think I have to still be in my form to have it though, don't
Oh,
So when you
I?
like transform out, is it gone?
yeah. Oh,
Because
where
that's
where are you?
that's
Yeah.
tied to. So I have my
Yeah.
normal, my middle, and then I have my mystical. So I have to be in my form to use my the middle one and my mystical, don't I? All right, I'll try to like hang back. Shit. All right, I'm gonna go offline for a few minutes. All right, guys. As soon as I get the car, I will. I'll turn it back on so everybody knows what's going on. Okay. Dean, and Eddie, just so you guys know, I'm it's gonna be off for a few minutes.
All right. I kind of know where I need to go anyway, so
All right,
turn it back on when you can.
absolutely.
You literally
Good for
do
now.
sound like you're talking through a radio,
Yeah, that's awesome.
like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, so I will shut it down, and I will go and find, especially something that's like a little bit junkier or a little bit less, like a little bit more nondescript kind of a vehicle, and break into it, hotwire it, and drive around the back of the building, grab the three of them, and get us rolling.
Oh
If
man,
you need
what
rolls
to?
for that, just
Yeah,
let
I
me
was
know.
supposed to say. I'll simplify this and just make you do a mental roll, and
You
because
need a mystical roll.
well, the mystical rolls to unlock the door, right? So let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. That is a 7. So I think that's a pass. Sorry, where did I put that? Oh, that's not there. That's wish. Where's wish? Yeah, on a 7 to a 9, I get 1 hold. So I would
Okay.
be able to. I mean, I should be able to get into the car and get it unlocked.
Yep.
I mean, get it running.
All right. So you're using the same ability to get the car started, or is unlocking the door?
So I have the ability to. So again, especially an older car would have a simple mechanical lock as opposed to anything. Especially at this time, there wouldn't be anything that would be too advanced. So yeah, so basically we just use the. I mean, unless I found the door open anyway. I mean, somebody with a crappy car might not even lock their doors.
I've sent you a photo of the car. I shared it with the chat.
Okay. So you've just as easy enough for 2 people with magical powers. You've stolen a car. So now what?
Yep. Like I said, we're gonna roll around the back, grab the 3 of them, throw them in the back seat, kind of in the order that we're gonna drop them off in, and go and drop them off.
Maybe we should just take Linda with us.
I think she needs medical help. That's again, that's the thing. We can, now that she doesn't have the collar on, she's not a magical problem for us. I think we just we drop her
Are we
off.
100% confident that the collar is, that it was the collar driving her and not that she was choosing to have the collar on? Like,
Well, we can't change without our magical things.
You can't.
So I have to assume. I have to assume that hers operates, in a similar fashion. It's dog related. It looks pretty obvious. I mean, what do you want to do a check on it? When you have that ability to,
well,
like,
I'm just
use
saying,
your mental.
is she evil because of the collar, or is she putting the collar on because she's evil?
Yeah, no, I mean, okay, let's ask this. Let me ask this, Brian. Is the vehicle large enough that we could get everybody in it once we get the other 2 girls out?
The station wagon, just pile everyone in.
It's 5 people. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's
Because it's gonna be
basically as big as the one that came by to visit you, but you returned that ride down.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was again. I think that was smart. Yeah. So, all right. Sure. We'll take. If she's looking like she's okay, we will take Linda with us. Is she looking like she's not in any serious danger, right?
No, not with all the help she's been given.
All right. Cool. Yeah. No, that's fine. We'll take her with us, and then we can, when she wakes up, we can question her, and then we can also let the cheerleaders confront her and probably kick her ass.
All right. So
Not that
bring,
I really. Yeah. Sorry.
you bring her along with you. You weekended Bernie's her. She's like in the back seat.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we also I'm gonna tie her, secure her arms.
You guys are the good guys, right? I'm just checking.
This is really weird.
No, I don't want to tie her up, man. That just seems that she's not going to do anything to us.
Okay. So
yeah, that's why I brought my chloroform.
No.
I'm just gonna speed things ahead because there was a lot of discussion and we kind of went off track.
Yeah.
First off, you're walking through the woods, and not Amos. Sorry, that's me. So Dean glides down from the sky and lands next to the group. Oh wait, shit, he wouldn't want to do that. Dean, what do you do as you see the group?
The group of
people, the cheerleaders and Eddie.
I guess I didn't
Once I
realize
had the car back,
cheerleaders were with her.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
Once we get in the car, I would turn everything back on so everyone could communicate.
I'm gonna once I see them, I'm gonna land near them, and am I superhero?
Near?
What's that?
How near?
Oh, close enough that, but not too close where they'll see me.
Okay. All right. So you land at a distance. Do you transform back, or do you stay the form you are?
I stay in the form that I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna freak some people out, but.
All right. So in the distance, Eddie, you see your friend Dean in bird form.
That's new.
If you realize it's going to be about another 15-20 minutes at least before the car rolls up. Actually, probably a little bit longer, but you know what I mean. What are you guys doing? You just gonna keep walking him in the direction?
And I see this. I see bird Dean.
Yeah, out in the woods.
Okay. Yeah, I think Eddie would literally. I was meant to say that as Eddie. Like, that's new.
Okay. You remember you already have frightened teenagers with you, and there's this bird man in the woods.
Yeah, that's pretty freaky. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
okay. Do you alert your teenagers, or you just kind of like continue to walk them?
Eddie, I don't think it's safe for me to transform. So I'm gonna stay in this form. If you think it will keep the cheerleaders at ease, I can keep my distance and observe from here.
Yeah. You sure you there doesn't seem to be any danger. I think it's fine to transform back. They're all some of them are pretty in shock still. I wouldn't want to frighten them.
Okay, so okay, I still think it's a mistake.
Okay.
I don't think we're out of the woods yet.
That is literally true.
literally true. All right. I suppose it works out with you walking through the woods and a Birdman's at distance, which you don't want to tell them that he's there.
Yeah, but we're
walking through the
communicating
woods.
mentally, so I
Yeah.
know this Birdman. It's
I,
just
I
weird.
fly up into a tall tree where I can conceal myself.
Yeah, I try not to draw any attention to the fact that I'm communicating to a Birdman nearby.
Okay, that sounds good. Some more time passes. I assume the car they stole drives up to where the road is. This is really, really fucking awkward. Two passed out friends and a passed out.
No, we definitely would have dropped the two of them.
Okay,
off.
sorry.
We definitely would have dropped the two of them because again, with
My
that first
mistake.
aid kit,
Yep.
I probably would have had some kind of smelling salt. So at that point, I could have like woken the two of them up and gotten them, into their houses.
My mistake. It's just gonna be
Nope, cool.
Linda in the back. That's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proceed how you want to. You're walking this group
Oh.
of people up to this
Yeah.
van, and then Linda's in the back, like passed out. They're like,
Yep.
Was it Samantha's just like,
She's got a blanket over, so it's not obvious that she's like bandaged up.
Right,
Okay,
she
but
goes
it's
to
still
sleep or something.
still asleep in the car.
Yeah.
She's
Well, they don't
chilling.
know.
Or how do
They
the
don't-
cheerleaders react? You said Samantha's just
Oh, wait.
pointing.
They don't know.
Yeah, they don't
They-
know that
That's
Linda
funny.
was. They don't know
They
that
can
Linda was.
suspect
the
So
one
it's just
who
a
did it.
stranger in the car passed out, right? Or
Stranger
like,
in the car.
someone they know maybe from school.
Well, they know
Right.
Linda, but they don't know that Linda was behind all of it.
It's it's one of those things where it's like, if they think about it, they probably would figure it out. But like,
Uh-huh.
this is a weird situation they're in right now.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Eddie.
There's an extra passenger, that's all.
Hey, Samantha, and one of them is Claire's sister, right?
Yeah.
So I would probably know her at least, reasonably well because Claire's my best friend. I don't know if I'd be necessarily on good terms with her.
Why is
But,
You have the water that I asked for.
Oh yeah. We stopped and we grabbed everybody some water. And here you go. And a couple of snack
Okay.
bars.
She doesn't necessarily know that they're connected, but they already dislike each other. So you have someone she dislikes passed out in the back of a truck. Like,
Yeah.
First order of
don't-
business is just getting everyone water.
yeah.
Yeah, look, there's been a lot of weird stuff going on. You four don't know how you got 50 miles from town, right? I kind of
Maybe.
say it to Samantha, maybe.
Well, a dog grabbed us.
Yeah. A dog just like appeared in the school and dragged you through a wall 50 miles from the school, right? So it's been a lot of weird stuff going on. So, we're just gonna try to, work this out like reasonable people. At least now we'll be reasonable. So let's just get everyone home and safe. And while we're driving, we can kind of talk about some things.
Okay.
Is Linda awake at this point, or is she still passed out?
She could be awake. Do you want her to be awake or no?
Again, I have the smelling salt, so I could make her awake.
Not sure. She could come around if you put smelling salt under her nose.
Yeah. And I would also suggest that Eddie be the one sitting. Hey, Eddie, can you sit next to Linda? And then the four of them can sit, here and here and here.
I'll kill them. Stupid stab at me. How fucking.
You don't.
What is that? A plus emotional?
At this point, before I pulled up, and I hope I don't have to say this, but before I pull up, I would have dropped my form as I got close to where Eddie's position was. Yeah, and I assume and I look at Eddie. Where's Dean?
Dean, you mean Dean? I don't know how to say this without sounding like I knew something.
No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. saw what happened. I'm just gonna yell at the window, Dean. We might be able to fit you in the car if you want to jump in. Like yelling out the window. I'm sure the poor cheerleader's like, "What the?" Fuck
Yeah,
is going
I'd just
on
like
right now?"
point probably like Dean is over there.
Okay, I'll be right there. Hold on. I fly out of the tree and land,
What?
and I
Do I see
transform
him
back
fly?
into. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm covert about it.
yeah. No. That's. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, no,
Oh, there he is.
I
Oh, jeez.
purposefully don't want to be seen transforming.
No, absolutely. But I also don't want to make you have to fly home either. That just seemed like kind of a dick move. Oh, great. Come on, Dean. Yeah, we got.
Where did he? One of the random ones is like, where did he come? How long has he been out there?
Let's just assume that he might have fallen through one of those same portals that you guys got
girls.
pulled through.
Hey girls, not to worry. I just got here myself. Boy, are my
Yeah.
arms tired.
Right.
I rub my head. I just like rub my face like, oh god, this is. All right, let's get everybody home.
Linda's complaining again because you woke her up with smelling salts, so she's in the back, like, fucking people, how dare they? They're all burned, all of them will burn.
Yeah. So
hey, Linda, if you're gonna talk, at least tell us who are you who are you working with?
She'll open her eye and she'll see the cheer. Please tell me you didn't put her in the same row as the cheerleaders.
No. I had. So it should be 3 rows in this minivan. So she is in the back, and Eddie is next to her. So Eddie's in a sense like protecting her from them attacking her. So there's probably like, one on the other side of Eddie, and then the other 3, and then and Dean are in that middle seat, kind of all smushed together.
And then she'll
But
like
cheerleaders are probably reasonably small, so they probably fit okay.
okay, and a nice little ending because we only got a few minutes left. She'll
Mhm.
look around. She doesn't see the cheerleaders, but she sees the people that beat the shit out of her. Looks around, and then like,
Well, no, she wouldn't, because she wouldn't recognize me. I'm all
oh
the way
no,
up
she
front. So
wouldn't.
she'd have a hard time seeing me. She would definitely see the cheerleaders. She
Okay.
wouldn't recognize Dean.
Oh, that's weird.
She wouldn't recognize Eddie because Eddie wasn't there, and Amos's head is now normal size. So she has no clue what's going on. But
Well,
she's
she would
now
recognize me as the person who helped her out in the nurse's room.
Yes, well, I mean, but she would recognize us from school, but she wouldn't recognize us necessarily as
Okay.
the people who attack
Well,
who
So she's
stopped her plane.
put
But
two and two
she
together.
definitely would see, maybe, but she definitely would see, because right in front of her are 3 cheerleaders. So she would definitely recognize the 3 cheerleaders.
This is how it's
know,
going to play
so-
out then. No, here's how it plays out. She's been abducted. This is basically what's happened. She's been abducted into a van with people she doesn't really know, which is ironic. And in front of her is a group of cheerleaders that she hates. So first thing she does is she looks around her neck for her thing, and she kind of freaks out and goes, "Where is his collar? Where's Mr. Pumpernickel's collar? It's got to be around here somewhere. Didn't I have it?"
Bitch, I destroyed that.
She'll just start screaming and wailing and like pounding on the back of the seat and that sort of thing. It's like, it's all I had left. It's all I had left of him. How dare you? Looks
I'm
like
gonna kind of speak up. Like, who is Mr. Pumpernickel? Is that like your pet?
yes, it was my pet dog. And this is the way it's gonna cut. Those bitches murdered him, and points over the seat.
NC.
Cut.
Well, that was real close on time.
I guess we're gonna have to figure out what's going on there, huh? But yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah, that was
right
the
on.
scene. Yeah, there we go. Hope you guys had a great night. Sorry, combat was slow. It just, first time with everybody,
Yeah.
Um,
I'm definitely gonna want to talk to you about the thing that the magical assistance that I got,
Yeah.
because it does not really magically assist me, because I thought that it fixed the problem that I had.
Okay.
So if I didn't use it, so I think if I take it away and then maybe just fix my physical, by the get rid of the -1 on the physical with those points. But we can talk about that
Yeah,
at
you
some
just
point.
want to get rid of one thing and add to another. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
And
like
I've
Go
now
ahead.
got 6 experience from what we had gotten at the beginning and my other bad rolls, and then a couple of bad rolls tonight. So I've got, I think, like 7 experience right now. So I have enough to figure out how I'm gonna fix this character.
So the deep irony of someone who abducted people being beaten down and then abducted themselves by people that she doesn't really know is deeply funny.
Yeah.
Ironic.
Yeah, I think she's gonna have changed her ways.
Well, she fucked around and found out.
Yep, she sure did. I
Uh,
think we worked well together. Like as an aside, like once everybody's been brought back to wherever they're gonna go, in a sense, like a fast forward, like wow, we really worked well together. It kind of sucked that Eddie like wasn't there, but it was perfect that Eddie went and fixed the problem on
Yeah.
the other end. I think even
So-
accidentally, we really worked out. We worked well together.
So here's the thing. If you guys hadn't taunted her, right, she still would have the dogs at the warehouse. So her final card would be like, if you touch me, I'm going to murder all of them, which would be the safest bet.
They're
But-
hostages. They were hostages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's one of those where she was enraged, so she was like, I'm just gonna summon them all here. And then while she's busy, you're just like, okay, well, yeah, let's take all the people out. So
Yeah, it worked out perfectly.
But I hope you guys enjoyed that final punchline of they bitches, they fucking did it.
Yeah. I mean,
Now we can get to the change of heart. We can really get in
work
there.
it out. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, good night,
exactly.
everybody. I hope you
Good
had a
night.
fun time.
This was
Good
good.
night.
Yep.
Good night.
See ya.
Let's see. Stop video.